How's your day going?
Oh my god. Oh, I didn't close the bathroom door. Hang on.
I asked Shab like 6 times when I first joined how his day was going.
Oh, really?
Was that you or was that your wife?
That was actually me the whole time.
Oh, are you using like a voice thing?
No, it's just me doing a
I
voice.
think he's just doing a voice with his voice.
Yeah, it's my favorite pastime. It's called voicing.
Uh-huh.
So, Shab, how's your day going?
Oh god.
Like, see, it's definitely not him. I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm crazy.
No, it's not me.
I
it's
think
the
you're
voice.
actually crazy. I think it's just him.
Yeah. See,
I'm
my
not hearing a
Cephalosian
difference.
friend is right there.
It's definitely not.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I think your microphone might be messed up or
I
your
know that
earbuds or
I'm not
something.
crazy.
All right, enough gaslighting, Shab. Let's play.
Anyway.
Alright,
let's
I'm
do
rolling the recap die.
Oh, it's gonna be the easiest fucking recap.
2.
it.
Everyone died.
Danny, I
Alright.
hope you were right, because you've been
We're
chosen.
gonna hear the most skewed version of Zephylos' perspective of the combat is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably.
Here we go.
All right.
What did we even do last week? I don't
It
know.
was all combat. That's why it's so easy.
Oh, yeah, true.
Last week,
True.
we were just fighting gargoyles, and it was pretty cool because we were throwing spells at them. Shab was double garahoing. Don't look double garahoing up on
I've
our
never heard of
dictionary.
that move before.
I hate that.
Double Garaho.
The double Garaho. You will get some interesting images.
Yep.
Oh, wait,
It's
hey,
mostly sexual.
interesting spells. I also hit them sometimes.
Oh yeah. We got the next best thing. Like, we're expecting Dermo to eventually use his class features, but he was using his spells, and that was pretty damn close.
I used a few spells.
Oh, important part of the recap. Dermo learned that he can upcast. That was pretty cool.
True.
He learned
That
Yes.
is pretty important.
Huge.
I don't have any more spell slots, and I'm like, dude, just use it at a second level.
I feel like the more August learns the game, it's kind of like Dermo naturally learning his powers, right? It's just every time he opens
See,
a
that's
PvP,
what I was
Dermo
doing.
gets more powerful.
See, I already knew the whole time. I just was playing into my character. See,
Right.
it's called role guys.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Sure. So we eventually defeated the gargoyles, and it was a
3
grueling
hours.
process. Yeah, it was a huge fight. Cause
Colin was
like
there for most of it.
yeah. Oh, and instead of healing the person who was down,
Oh, now
Suicide
it's
Wizard.
fun. This one's real fun. Yeah, what happened?
I healed the
healing
Suicide Wizard, okay?
Yeah. Instead of healing Khan,
The paladin already on his ass unconscious, he heals the Emomancy wizard, playing with his blood like mashed potatoes.
Wait. Quick question. Can we call him an Emomancer since he tries to kill himself so much?
No. Wait. That's what he is. He's a Hemoman.
no, it's a pun. Anyways, I don't condone
Play
puns.
on words, I mean.
But yeah, no. So the fight went through, and we all realized that we got our ass kicked, even though we won. It was a Wario meme. We won, but at what cost? And the cost is we have to take a long rest. So we left the facility.
Schlong rest?
A long rest.
We're resting our schlong.
Every rest is
Resting
long
our
rest if you're in.
schlongs.
I think actually what happened was the only person who could take a long rest right now was Khan because you guys.
Yes.
Correct.
So
Well,
Colin is long
and then
resting.
everybody else just waited till the end of the day and then rested.
Yeah,
Or maybe that was the plan.
I
Now
think that was
we're
the
all
plan. I
gonna
don't know if
fight.
you confirmed the success of our plan.
Actually, I did not confirm it yet because I didn't roll to see if you guys got found.
Answer is no.
Yeah, Zach, does that fill up enough context of what you missed?
Oh yeah. I feel so informed.
All you
that
missed
it's like
was
I
me
was
getting
actually.
shit on for me not knowing the game very well.
It's like I was actually here.
Well, no. It wasn't just shitting on you for not knowing the game. It was also shitting on you for healing me. Don't forget that.
Okay, you know what?
Then-
Next time I'm not going to heal you, you're going to knock yourself out, and then we're going to get swarmed, and we won't be able to.
Yeah, probably.
Oh well. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. But hey, did we die though?
Mm.
If they die, they die.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Listen, I'm just
Just
memeing.
like when my sister's driving a vehicle, that's the question that get asked every 5 minutes.
Good recap. So we shall sleep through the night at the end of the
Oh,
day. I didn't
we are
start the music. Hang
outside.
on.
That's part of
Hang
the
on.
recap.
I didn't start the music. What?
We missed the recap where we are now outside of the Slayer Tower resting to avoid any detection of inside monsters.
Right.
Right.
We
Instead,
also
they
missed the
can just-
part. Oh yeah, go ahead, Zach.
Instead, they can just stand on the roof and throw rocks at us.
Right.
Yep.
Were they like high school
What we
bullies?
really missed was the part where we went outside, where Marcus with the T-shirt was their mom.
Yeah, you like that one? You see what
I,
I mean?
I love that one. What did the shirt say? Like I went to a Slayer film.
I got my ass whooped in a fucking abandoned Slayer tower, and all I got was this shitty rock on a stick or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. That was a top tier meme, I gotta say.
That's
Good
look.
stuff.
I'm a firm believer that the more time you put into a meme, the lower quality you get at the end.
Yes,
Fair.
yes.
5 minutes tops on any shit post I make. Just expect that.
So, the party sleeps through the night without being disturbed,
Contest
at
beyond
least by
ability.
any enemies. You have sheltered yourself in a fairly thick set of brush here, a couple 100 feet from the entrance of the swampy fortress. And Dermo also took some extra time to better hide your little alcove, your little bramble that you're staying in, that you're sleeping in for the night.
Our sanctuary.
Speaking of Dermo, Dermo,
Before we
during
start, DM,
your...
I know Daishu wasn't here. Can I give him just a little bit of context that might be important for him?
Oh yeah, I forgot Zach missed last week. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So,
Glad to hear I was sorely missed.
Yeah,
you,
clearly.
you were missed.
Hey, you
We
were having
all
more
cried.
fun
We
than
had a
us.
group hug.
The last combat we had, Daishu, if I'm being honest, brother, it triggered probably what happened in the manor in you slightly, at least slightly.
Dear.
We left there a bloody pulp.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
DM, give me like 2 minutes. I just pulled up to the house. Let me hop on the computer.
Okay.
But you guys can continue, and then we'll get to my story thing in just a second, okay?
All right. Yeah. We'll rewind for it. Okay. So, what is the party's plan of action for today?
Do our
Or
best.
if you'd like, you can just start with your morning RP.
Probably survive. That's my goal here.
Mm-hmm. But what do you do?
I'm probably recovering. Daishu's probably still by my side as I roleplayed him to do. Probably coming to, and I'm very hungry. I mean, I'm like, you there? Hello?
Hello.
Want me to roleplay waking up?
I mean, it's you guys move.
Yeah,
mean,
sorry,
All right, DM. All right, DM. Fine. Fine, DM. Fine.
I got a poorly
What do you want me to
timed
do?
text message. What's up?
We are deciding what to do next after awakening.
We're all long rested for context.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to do my post-rest ritual of casting spells and then taking a short rest to get those spell slots back.
Mm-hmm.
I think the extra long rest is what we'll call it.
The long rest.
The long rest.
Yeah, you gotta say it long.
Hey, Dermo, get a what's it called? Zeros armor.
Derma's not here right now. Would you like
He's
to?
You're gonna give me-
AFK.
Are you
there
gonna
he
give me
is.
mage armor? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm listening, but I'm not like here.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put on mage armor when I get back inside.
Okay. I put it on myself as well, and then I get the 2 spell slots back.
Cool. Neato.
I like to think we both anime magical girl transformation together. Like,
Mm.
we got the split screen going on, and yeah. I need to commission art of Dermo, but in like the Zeros plate mail.
I like to imagine just as like natural armor just turns kind of harder in purple.
My headcanon is it looks very similar to Vindicta's armor.
I could see that. Yeah.
Because I don't know, but instead of
Like
course, a
anything that
lizard
covers up,
shape.
like his spikes would be like doing a more discredit to him as a character.
Yeah, I know. I imagine the spikes are free willy, right?
Yeah, like he
But-
looks like a Halo hunter, but like purple and like Vindicta-y.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like I imagine it's purple with like gold trim, and then I'm rocking the
Ooh,
crimson with
fancy.
teal.
And I've
You
got
know?
the lance. Between the three of us, we are a God Wars 2 boss.
Fair enough.
Maybe that's why these gargoyles are trying to kill us. They want that lance drop.
They want the lance drop. Yeah. I got the book and wand. You know.
Oh, speaking of items, did anyone identify and or attune to the granite maul that you looted? Don't forget about that.
I identified it. We have a handout of it now. Does anyone want to use it? Zephylos would
I
recommend.
don't know what it is. You want to explain to Khan now waking up as everyone's gathering around in the morning, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. So, I know Zephylos and Khan still kind of aren't talking, but Zephylos has a business proposition, right? He says to Khan, like after he's settled up and he's been awake for at least 15 minutes, probably after
Khan would
Zephylos'
probably be
arrest.
awake, but like sitting where he woke up, kind of just taking everything in, likely. Still hungry.
Yeah. I'll gesture to the Granite Mall, which is probably just laying somewhere at our campsite.
DM, how much does that weigh? Out of curiosity.
10 pounds.
I don't know if that was the regular maul weight that I just threw in there. Hang on. Let me see.
Hold on, let me look up the RuneScape wiki because it has a weight.
My
Yeah, it
my
would, right?
man's.
Or at least a dimension, and then we can weigh it by what grade it weighs.
You know what? I'm gonna actually say it's 15 pounds, which is 50% heavier than a regular maul.
That's a lot smaller than I thought.
I mean,
Is it
I guess.
magically light?
sure.
Sure.
It's less heavy than a heavy
DM
crossbow.
The DM at the end of his
How
road.
much, how much is 4.5 kilograms? Asking for a friend.
It's 9.997 pounds.
Okay, so actually the
Repeat it.
10 pounds wasn't actually that off. That's crazy.
Maybe the RuneScape one's magically light too.
I doubt it. You need 55 strength to wear it.
Alright, look up the density of granite. Hang on.
Oh, we're about to do this, DM. We're about
Granite-
Don't tempt me.
Granite is 13 pounds per square foot.
There we go.
How many square feet do we think it is, though?
Well, let's look at the picture. What's the size of an average female human hand? That's a weird thing to ask.
Wait. Oh
picture
no.
of
It's a very Yoshikage Kira kind of question right there.
Look at this thing here. What's it
We're
weigh?
getting-
Hey,
we're getting
yeah,
sidetracked.
it's definitely not that light.
All right.
I'm setting it as 15 pounds, which is significantly heavier than a typical maul,
But
which is 10 pounds.
It is bigger than the human head in game.
I know.
so
twice as
I'll
Twice
I'll
as big as the
gesture.
human head.
Yeah.
This thing weighs at least 30 pounds. I'll die on this hill.
Fine.
All right. Jam just
You
make
want
it
it
50
to.
pounds and make him encumbered anytime he lifts it up.
You're right.
Fine. The DM literally he's like, I give up. It's 30 pounds.
Fuck.
Anyways.
But yeah, I'll gesture to wherever it's laying. And I'll say, I don't know if you noticed, but your lance wasn't very effective against the gargoyles.
Kind of scoff and like look away. And
Khan
you
would
yell-
have noticed this a little bit by the later half of the fight.
I'll scoff and be like, anything else?
Yes, I want to address that. When I was using Wolfbane, it seemed just fine. And by me doing Identify, I realized that granite maul is not literally just a piece of granite on a stick. There's magic to it. So, if we're going to be fighting creatures that will eat up your attacks like it's a second breakfast, then perhaps you should consider using the maul. At least for monsters that require it.
As you say breakfast, you kind of like see Han reach down to his stomach. After you said breakfast, he stopped listening to you, honestly.
Well, size.
Deishu, brother, I am
Yes.
starving. He says right after you finish saying what you're saying, Cephalos. I heard you, Danny, but come on.
No, I know. Zephylos has tried to make his point, and he'll concede for now.
Deishu, breakfast.
I responded. I was cut off.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Can you hear me, by the way?
Huh?
Are you able to hear me?
What'd you say, Zend?
I said,
Yeah,
yes.
Zach, you're cut off.
What
What?
is?
Oh,
for break-
hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I heard you
Okay.
there.
All right. Look a little confused. I did not have the
Reaching
breakfast.
around looking for where my bags went. Obviously, my gear is probably beat to shit from that combat. I'm gonna reach into my
Beat the
bag
shit out
and
of it.
grab some rations, and before I start eating some, I'm gonna hand some to Deishu. I'm gonna reach out food if he wants.
I also have my own rations, which I can pull out.
But you didn't pull those out. Okay, got it. Right. What's for breakfast? I don't know. And then you wait till I reach in to grab my rations to go, oh yeah, I have rations.
Well, looking at me like you're like, what's for breakfast for all of us? I brought Subway for me. I didn't bring Subway for the whole party.
I mean, for the tribe, you mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about the tribe. Mouthful of Subway. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just start painfully eating my ration because I'm sure everything hurts.
Everything hurts.
Especially the inside.
Yeah, the outside, not so much. The inside, your heart.
This is D&D. You had a long rest. You're at full HP, sir.
Yeah,
Let's
nothing
see.
happened yesterday.
Yeah, you're fine.
whatsoever.
No injuries at all.
Oh, that's right.
Let's see. I was gonna do a thing for Dermo during
Yes,
the night.
yes.
Dermo,
Well,
during
I thought you
your
were resting during the day, real quick, because I thought that was the whole issue. Was he's resting until night, right?
well, you guys are just chilling until nighttime, and then you can actually
gonna
do
do
your
a double
long
rest?
Well, because the issue is we already woke up from a rest, so we have to wait.
You're just
a day.
waiting for end of day, and then doing a long rest.
So we have
is what would
ADHD.
happen.
We're in waiting mode.
What?
No.
Something like
Okay,
that.
sorry. Neuro.
Anyhow, during Dermo's portion of the night watch, you are keeping your eyes peeled, and then you begin to notice a strange glimmer in the sky. The sky is still cloudy, however, thick with these gray, unyielding clouds. But somehow the light seems to be piercing through the clouds as one star begins to illuminate all the way through. And then another one, and then another, and then another, and then gradually the entire night sky fills with brightly shimmering stars, making out hundreds
Could I
of constellations
pull
that
out
you
my
can see.
star map and
Yeah.
and check to see if that is what I have in my star map?
Yeah. So your star map. Do you have a star map that you made in
I haven't
this
drawn it out yet. No.
former
He-
world?
Yeah, I would have had if uh, I would have kept an old star map. Yes.
Okay, but do you have a new one as well?
Yeah, I have one that I'm comparing with the old one to see
Okay.
comparatives because I know I'm not in the same
Yeah,
area.
so
Right.
it matches up with the newer map, at
Okay.
least some of the portions of it that you've completed.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would also present a
But I
good
noticed this is
opportunity
definitely weird. I definitely
work
noticed this
out.
is not normal considering the sky was entirely gray moments
Right.
ago. So I'm
Something
going to turn to Zephylos.
mysterious is happening. He is sleeping. Would you
He's
like to wake
sleeping.
him up?
Is there anyone awake currently?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, I'm just going to immediately start scribbling down the entire night sky from where I am, and taking in every bit of the ability to, since I haven't had a chance to since we've been in Mortain.
So you do that for a
Noting that it's
good.
definitely weird.
You do that for a good 20 or 30 minutes, maybe a good long while. You take your time,
Yes.
writing your notes, being as accurate as you can. And when you are just about finished, you feel a strange sort of sensation washing over you, and you actually begin to notice light shedding from your own self in a small radius as constellations cover your entire body. And roll a d3 for me, please. A 1d3.
You want me to do it in what's it called,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, in the chat.
Okay. Sorry.
You could do just like /r 1d3. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm reloading. You made my password so annoying. It's not a
I'm
capital first
sorry.
letter.
Oh,
I'm
did
so
I?
used
Oh
to
my
capital.
god.
Yeah, it's lowercase for the whole thing. I'm just like,
True.
it's loading. Okay. Just one second. Would you like to save? Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll save the password. I might play this game again.
Yeah, maybe. We've only done it 19 times already. Or
I don't
17
know if the
times
GM's
already.
making me use my class features. I don't know if I want to play in this game.
Oh, I'm gonna have to read the handbook to play this game. Ew.
Oh man.
You guys have class features?
Oh, this from the paladin.
Paladin, barbarian.
This from the multi-class,
The guy with like probably the
where
most
one of them is one of the more feature-heavy classes.
So you said type in /R3.
No, /r space 1d3.
Did that not work?
You just put literally the number 3. it didn't roll anything. You just put 3.
Oh, cool. There we go.
There you go. Okay, 2. So your body is covered in these glowing constellations once you've completed your map, which appear to be in the shape of a life-giving goblet.
Ooh, okay. So this is definitely different than the home world, right? But do I feel a connection with the home world from it? Like, does it have that sense to it, or does it still feel completely foreign?
You feel like they feel comforting and similar to you, but in a sort of unfamiliar way, almost as if these are the same stars that you knew before, but presented to you in a different way.
Right. So it feels familiar, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
The constellations and the glowing that covers you disappears after 10 minutes.
Do I feel different?
Once they go away, you feel pretty much normal, but you also feel as if you've gained some knowledge. You suspect that you could force yourself into the same state again if you wanted to.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you.
You also feel like there are you also feel that there are other slightly different versions that you could also do and that you also know about. So, ta-da! Now use your damn starry form.
Log.
Where do I
This
add
is the
that?
GM moment for me.
I've got it open already on my browser, so I'm just gonna copy this into your active abilities.
Okay. Thank you.
I will just do that for you. And it is a bonus action. That's fine. Let me add a little icon. I like adding icons to the things.
Hey man, you don't have to explain anything. If you want to do something, do it.
Do it. I won't
Just
stop you. I
explaining
promise.
the silence. There you go. Okay, so now you have starry form next to your wild shape in your sheet.
All
And
right.
if you didn't already know what they do, you can read them in there.
Yep. Thank
So
you so much.
there's Archer
Kinda
lets
never
you
does.
do some extra ranged attacks. Chalice gives you extra healing, and Dragon gives you better concentration.
Awesome. I'll definitely be using that in the next 30 minutes, I'm sure. When the second we walk back into
Probably.
the second we walk back into the tower.
I am not going to count the thing that just happened as one of your uses, although I guess you're in the middle of resting, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Okay.
But essentially, you were just forced into your starry form because the universe was like, "Damn it, start
The
doing it."
universe is like, we gave you this. Come on.
Come on, man. All right, now we can fast forward back to the morning. If Dermo wants to acknowledge this to the party, he can. Otherwise, we will continue.
Is everyone waking up? If,
Yeah, we are now
if
in the morning
Cephalos wakes
as
up
everyone has
earlier
already
than the other
awoken.
two, I'd like to grab him aside.
Yes, what is it?
Cephalos, last night something happened.
Oh no. Oh god.
Was it that bad that you decided to leave? Christ.
Oh god, it just did that by itself. I hope my internet's okay.
Okay. That scared me. Didn't you? I was
Sorry.
like, I didn't mess up that bad, did I?
Sorry, go ahead.
Something happened to me last night.
What happened?
I feel as though a connection to my homeworld was founded. I'm not sure what this means, but I felt something.
Okay.
Is this what your patron makes you feel?
I suppose, but I don't quite have a point of reference.
I feel more powerful.
Well, good. We could use it. That kind of feeling right about now.
Well, I hope I have control over it. I just wanted to let you know in case.
So what exactly happened?
I was looking at the sky like I always do when I felt some form of connection to the sky like I used to on my home planet. Something I haven't felt a moment since we've been here. And the moment I felt that, the sky spoke to me. it spoke to me in a way more than verbal. It was physical. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel as though something has changed within me.
Okay, well, I would keep an eye on that then. Just for good measures, can I cast Identify on, well, with his permission, of course. I'll say, Dermo, do you mind if I just do a little bit of magic? Nothing terrible, I promise.
If you feel it's necessary.
Yeah, I'd like to ritually identify him, just to see if he's under the effects of any spells or like magical effects.
Yeah. Zephylos can take the. Is it 11 minutes for identify?
It's 10 minutes and 6 seconds, GM.
Okay, fine.
We're sitting around waiting for people to wake up, so I
Take the
don't
10
think the 10 minutes is
minutes
huge.
to cast it, and you don't seem to notice any magical effects that were identified by Identify.
Okay.
At least not
Zephylos
any active ones.
Yeah. Zephylos is just paranoid that perhaps what was experienced was maybe an enemy spellcaster using enchantment on Dermo or illusion. So he's just checking, but
Absolutely. I would understand if
everything,
I knew how to.
yeah, but everything checks out. So yeah,
What
Zephylos
do you
just
make of it?
nods. I have no idea. You're a foreign species from another world. There's lots of factors and variables that I'm simply out of scope of.
Right, right.
Your magic is foreign. I see in battle you've wielded bolts of light, which is not something the tree huggers of Guthix do here. So I
I can
I
tell you I
can't
don't
comment.
follow Gothics. I've never even heard that name, so thankfully I can clear your mind of that.
Nothing against them. They're just I don't believe a
I've
lot
seen
of their
how
dogma.
I've seen how you and the other party members react to the name Zamrock. Though I know not of him, I've seen the visceral reaction that his name brings. So if
Well, I
Gothis is
mean,
anything like that, I don't want to associate myself with that either.
no. Guthix is another situation. Guthix, I have nothing against him per se, like I do Zamrock, but he's just a little passive for my liking, or at least his dogma and teachings is.
Absolutely.
But yes, completely different from Zamrock. But no, I my point being, your magic is very different from what I'm used to. Even the stories I've heard of druids, it doesn't align. So I don't have much wisdom to depart, but we'll keep an eye on it and see how it develops.
You, you're my only connection to these strange happenings.
Yeah.
And
Well,
with that,
hopefully,
we'll I guess wait for them to wake up.
yep.
Okay. Then what would happen is the others wake up. Zephylos had the short exchange about the Granite Mall. You guys begin having your meal, your rations, and start planning out your next move. What would that be?
Planning.
Ha! Planning.
My only real plan is going back in and hoping those gargoyles haven't like pieced themselves together like a jigsaw.
Charge forward.
All right.
Actually, can I try something?
Yep.
It has been pre-discussed and predetermined that I've resummoned Striggy.
Okay.
Well, like I consumed the material and did the ritual
Right.
last session.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
can
right.
I have Ziggy just fly perimeters around this building and like see how tall it is, how many apparent
Yeah.
stories there are, like details I can't see here from ground level?
Make a perception check with him.
Sure, I'm just trying to pull out. Familiars. Stricky.
Quick
I like
question,
that.
DM. Where did you
Mhm.
say I see my active abilities? Is that under effects?
In your... Oh, no, just in the features tab. It's one of the little
Oh,
groups of
okay, yeah, I
things
see it.
and
Okay, perfect.
features.
I was clicking everywhere but
Those,
that.
yeah, active abilities, just like things that are like actions or bonus actions or reactions, as opposed to like passive abilities, which are just things that exist.
So wild shape and starry form are the same for me, or are they different?
They share the same resource, so using
Okay.
starry form uses one of your wild shape uses.
Okay.
But you have the option to use either.
I can still just use wild shape in general to turn into non-star related things.
Yeah, of course. You have the
Gotcha.
option of
Perfect.
both. Hmm.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, 20. That's very nice. Striggy has a fly around all of the swampy fortress. It has pretty much no windows, so it's difficult to tell how many floors it was. So he probably couldn't give an answer just by looking at it from the outside. Um, the roof does not appear to have an access point either, interestingly. Let's see. The probably the biggest thing of note that is very unusual is the southwest sort of tower. So there's four. I don't know what you call them, but there's four little parts that are like circles, like cylindrical towers on each corner, that kind of jut out from the otherwise rectangular form of the building. And the southwestern one of those towers, um, at or near the top of that tower, there appears to be a large amount of damage to the structure there, to the stone. And getting a close look at it, Striggy notes there is a strange, sort of pulsing, purplish light coming from there. And he can even spot what looks, oddly enough, to be pieces of stone, pieces, broken off bits of the walls floating in midair around that location. Otherwise, there's not too much of interest about the structure of the tower. It doesn't look like there's any other access points to the inside.
Okay. When Striggy comes back, they'll dive bomb into my shadow and disappear, and I'll relay to the others saying, I had my familiar scout around. It seems as though there are no windows or balconies or exterior entrances from the outside. But oddly enough, in one of the towers in the southwest, there's an odd amount of damage to the structure and supernatural happenings like rocks and bricks that are not obeying the laws of physics and gravity.
Are we able to see this from the ground floor at all, or no?
Looking at it now, knowing that it's there, it's a little hard to see, but you could just barely make out a pulsing purple light. And the floating rocks are probably even a bit more subtle. But you can just kind of see now that you kind of know what to look for, that it looks like that is the case. It's fairly high up though, so it's a bit hard to get a good viewing angle at it.
Does this worry you at all?
Yes, it does. I don't know what kind of magic is going on there, but I'm keen and eager to find out.
This does not dissuade you whatsoever.
No. We have yet to find anything useful here, and I am sure, beyond a rock on a stick, that a structure that used to belong to my deity would have something here, something buried.
The mall, when you say that, drops a single tear.
So now it's a tier 49 weapon?
Oh, I got that as I was laughing about this.
It was good playing with you tonight. You know, I think that's the joke.
You know, can't argue with that. I'll talk to you guys.
Hey, you really should. Have a great one, guys. See you next time.
Fuck.
Well, I have nothing against going back inside, but I feel as though we may need to have a conference before we continue. I feel as though we need to all be on the same page before we continue into something so powerful. Very obviously, the creatures here are not only trained, but trained in ways that I'm not familiar with.
Right. Ultimately speaking, I don't think anything we've faced so far has been out of our scope.
Obviously,
With
we're still
difficulty.
standing.
Well, even then, we're still standing, and not only that, but I mean, a majority of us were by the time we finished the fight we were in. This is quite a notable improvement than our last run-in at Draenor Manor. We're definitely finding the groove to our strategy, and I think this will be key to being successful.
Well, I still think that we should have a conversation.
Yeah, I'll look to the Garaho. I was kind of speaking loudly initially with my report for them to overhear. Like, I wasn't speaking at Dermo per se, but rather at the group. But I'll look at them as Dermo insists on having a conversation, and I'll say, okay, well, how about you're the one asking for this us to commune. You start us off. What do you think, Dermo?
Are we in like a semicircle or what? Is this like being at camp where you just all are sitting on logs around a fire? By the way, do I get a long rest for last night?
Yeah, everyone did.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So I guess I'll speak to. Oh, there you go. I'll go ahead and speak to the group. More to Khan than anyone else, because I feel like the animosity is more in that department with him and Zephylos. Speaking directly to him, but also to the group, saying, I have trust in each member of this group for different reasons. I feel as though we've all come together under some form of luck, but also possible destiny. I know that I have interests that may not interest you, and I expect as though you all share the same sentiment. I do not expect that you're staying here for nothing, that you have a goal or a end result you are hoping for favoring. And what I ask is, if I can help you achieve your goals, I would find interest in attaining all of our goals. I feel as though we work best as a team. And I know that I would not have made it this far without each of you by my side. Whether you are ignorant to emotions or ignorant to logic, you have your abilities that make you vital to this team. to this tribe. I don't want it to be squandered by the folly of one person thinking that they are the tribe. This is going to be a group effort.
Yeah, I don't imagine Khan and Daishu have said much this morning.
No.
But you'll get kind of a almost suppressed scoff again, and then nothing else from Khan. Like a surprised look on his face towards Daishu, like belief almost.
Leaving the floor open.
I think Daisha would go back to eating breakfast.
Yeah, and we'll continue to breakfast too.
I'll turn to Cephalus and say, I tried.
That's all you can do.
And I'll go ahead and pack up my things and put them into my normal carrying orientation. Check on Bob quickly, make sure he's fed and watered.
He is doing a-okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Don't give too much water to Van Strom. You'll empower him too much.
Yeah. We won't even have to save him. He'll have searched and aided himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Khan and Daisha will be finishing up their breakfast, and you'll see them kind of grab what scraps of their gear is left. Last eventually. Once we're all packed up, Khan will walk up to Dermo and say, "What do we do now? What is the plan for this mission?"
I feel as though we don't ask you enough what your goals and intentions are. What would be the best outcome for you? That is my question. I don't
My
always want
brother
to be.
and I have explained what we want to do. We want to finish the mission we signed up for, and then we want to retire from this dangerous life. And I'll kind of look at Daishu.
Not in agreement.
Because this is where we stand.
That's what we will do. We will finish the mission, and from there decide what our futures will hold.
I think that is what our unit will hold. To ask any more of me and my brother seems a bit more audacious than we are prepared to engage in.
I would hate to make you feel out of place, so
It is not
I
you
will
who
not
made me
argue with
feel
that.
out of place, Treeborn.
nothing to say to that.
We have a mission to finish then.
We have
Onwards.
a mission to finish. And I'll kind of like follow the leader into the building. I won't be the first one, I think.
Zephos will run first.
I will follow
Okay.
Zephylos directly.
So you head back toward the fort. You can see that the portcullis is still bent as it was. Let me drop you guys on the map again.
Yeah,
Don't drop us. Place it down gently, please.
Sorry, let me gently place you back onto the map.
Thank
where's
you.
that sound outside? Every time you
Can
drop
you guys
a part,
see?
get it.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we see.
Hey, look at us.
Bob.
I believe this
I love it.
may or may not be the order that we wanted to enter the building again. You can see
It
that.
would probably be behind me, realistically.
Okay.
Oh, I also need the token for Triggy.
Yes, you do. There you go. Alright. Okay. You can see that the portcullis is still bent heavily as you guys had left it previously. It is currently down.
Does it need another lock picking? Is that weird?
It looks like you could
Plus-
still. It looks like you could still squeeze through the bars, but also you remember that as soon as somebody
I
touched
will
it,
go ahead and walk up and
it
put
just
my hand
opened
on it.
itself.
Yeah, I also remember this detail, so I just poke it as well.
All right, Zephylos, as you place your
Tom will
hand,
upsettingly put his lock pick set away as the door opens.
Zephylos, you take the lead. You place your hand onto the portcullis in it. The gargoyles begin to turn, or the statues, excuse me, begin to turn, facing you once again, peering at you for a couple of moments before turning back, and then the portcullis slowly opens with a metal rattling noise.
I hope I never get used to that shit. See,
Let
like,
there be light. Would you like me to make it purple again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Purple.
Hang on.
The color of the third best god.
Oh,
No, you're talking about both of the two best gods that both have purple. So
the rest
There
of
it
the
goes.
time's not purple. That's weird.
I like whenever I say something like that, though. I say it like that specifically because then people are like, wait, what's the first two then? Get just
Fair.
a little offended. You guys say it like, you're my third best friend, and they're like,
wait, what do you mean?
So you said the three best gods have purple as their main color.
the two
No.
top.
It's two tops.
So
Yeah.
you got Party Pete, Braska
Yep.
Prime.
Party
purple.
Pete.
Who's the third one? Who's the third?
Sliske. He's purple.
So this guy's not the powerful.
Liske I would put as bottom first. He's like, if we're talking like first place being the best, he's first place in the other direction.
And we're all in the same
Yes,
page.
this game's
Party-
definitely a bottom.
Party Pete's
Oh.
pretty much the Tom Bombadil
Oh,
of the
no.
RuneScape universe, right?
All right. Zephylos is charging up ahead. You guys follow closely. He's
Yeah, I'd
moving.
follow directly. I wouldn't be.
He's
I
cruising.
wouldn't
Okay.
be waiting.
As you guys are about to enter, all together, you're about here. Dermo, you catch a quick glimpse of something out of the ordinary just as Zephylos is about to cross paths with it. It looks like a tiny little tripwire. He's
Zephylos,
just about to hit it, and you managed to give him a warning, but since you are just behind him, you didn't catch it quite in time. Zephylos, can you make a dex save? And this is to avoid stepping on the wire, not to avoid what the wire triggers.
You hear me yell, so you gotta be quick.
Okay. You hear him say this very quickly. You look down. You see it as your foot is starting to come down right over it, and you manage to sort of twist yourself around a little bit to just narrowly avoid the tripwire. And as you cross to the inside, you can see that it was hooked up to a very makeshift sort of set of metal items that it would have knocked over and made a whole bunch of noise as you triggered the wire, if you were to have triggered the wire.
Right.
Something is
This was
in
not
here
here.
with us. No, it wasn't.
I mean, yeah, we
Right.
just left here and things were inside, so I guess that makes sense.
No, this is concerning. This is a trap.
This is not something a simple creature would think to do.
No, I don't think stone statues and disembodied hands would do this.
Something is watching us. But they did not attack us while we slept, so they're playing.
What was that?
I like to cast Divine Sight when he says something's nearby, pretty much.
Okay.
60 feet.
60 feet. Is that instantaneous or is it like
Yeah,
1 minute?
It's an action, so instantaneous.
Yeah. Okay.
Must be
It doesn't
playing
have a
with us.
duration though, right? It's just.
It's just it happens immediately, and I get the senses of what's 60 feet around me in any direction.
Okay. Assuming that you were about here when you used it, it would not
I
detect
like to
anything.
imagine, for
Unless you wanted to
flavor,
be just inside.
anything that hits the sensor of like the noxious smell, like would be like variants of like a blood smell in my nose, like old blood, like spoiled blood, whatever else you want to say. But it'd be
Here,
a
I have some
variant
toilet
of, like,
paper if you want to put that up there.
It's got a bloody nose.
kind of blood when I smell it.
No, you don't detect the presence of anything in the immediate vicinity. A small good sign.
Could Dermo check to see how well this is made? Like you said, it's makeshift, but like, could he investigate?
Yeah.
With his knowledge of like animals and things like that, like what intelligence the creature must have had to do this? Because he does know that some lower level creatures can make simple things, but I want to see how advanced this is.
Do you want to investigate it quickly or investigate it thoroughly?
I guess just a once over just to see what the initial like, hey, this is this.
Make an investigation check, I guess.
Okay. I for investigation.
Okay, so most of the items are that it is comprised of is kind of just like random junk. So probably just pieces of debris and garbage and salvage that have been left over from the fort, like little scraps of broken weapons or things like that. It does, however, seem to be intelligently constructed. It definitely wasn't an animal that put this here. Probably a humanoid creature of at least moderate intelligence, because the way that it is set up is at least a little clever.
Yeah. Would I be able to disarm it with that knowledge, or is it?
Yeah, sure. Disarming is it as simple as gently cutting the tripwire.
Okay.
Question. I'm curious to see if this whatever did this is still in the vicinity. Can I have Striggy with their keen sight and keen hearing try to perceive around if it's still like hiding in the shadows yonder?
Do you want to send him about, or just look from here?
I'm more concerned with our immediate vicinity being occupied. So like this center area is a pit, right?
Yeah, that is a pit there.
So I would send him like into the pit so that he can do like
a wall.
Yeah, but the idea is he wants to do like a full like look around the foyer and like see maybe it's behind a pillar or something like that, you know?
Yeah, so he goes and he flies over the pit to about the middle of the central chamber, which extends pretty far. There's no one in the pit or hiding behind any of these pillars here. Do you want him to go all the way into the center, the center room, which spans the entire length of the fort?
I will use I'll use my innate invisibility through Striggy, and have Striggy go invisible as they proceed forward.
Ooh, okay. So can you see through the bird's sight? Does he have dark vision?
Yeah, he does. It's an owl, it should, and yes, I can use an action to see through it.
No, I meant physically on Foundry. Can you see what the owl is seeing right now?
No, I can't.
Oh,
that's weird. I think you turned that off because it could see everything.
Oh, wait, why would it see everything?
I don't know.
Because Foundry works perfectly every time.
I'll just describe it to you. I probably had a good reason for that. So the I might have described some of this before, but there is this sort of rectangular pit with murky water at the bottom with the cages hanging above it. Beyond that, there is a break in the pit where it's returned to floor level, and then there's another smaller pit that's very similar. In between the two pits on the left and the right side, there are small spiral staircases which go up. And beyond the smaller pit, which is close to the far end of this hall, there appears to be some sort of throne, a large stone chair. I don't know that anybody took note of this earlier or had the chance to.
No, this is the
Um,
first.
So there's a large stone throne here. And hang on.
Where is it, DM?
I don't think that you could see it right now
Is it
because
something Khan would have seen when him and
bird.
Day2 made their trip around?
I don't know that you went all the way to the far end.
I went up to here,
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen it from there.
but I would have
think.
seen from here if it was 30 feet.
No, it's more than 60 feet from that point there that you reached.
I turned around.
Um,
Felt like a safe point to turn, so I wouldn't have.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would not have been able to see it. So it is a stone throne. It's pretty large. It appears to be, interestingly, surrounded by literally just loot. There are piles of coins surrounding it, a handful of weapons and other items of interest. And also surrounding the throne in about a 15 by 20-ish foot sort of rectangular area, there is a purple shimmering barrier of magical light.
Only he can see this, right?
Only Striggy is observing this right now.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Do you relay that to us?
Yeah, I'll do the thing where I use an action to banish Triggy to like the demi-plane where familiars dwell, and then I'll use another action to have him reappear out of my shadow. And I'll
I'm
tell the
just
others
gonna move him.
all the way down this corridor. There's a grand throne surrounded by a magical barrier. And within the barrier and adjacent to the throne, piles of treasure.
Where I'm from, we have an animal that swims in our lakes, and from its head hangs a lantern. It feels as though this has a similar function to draw in prey.
Possibly. It could be a trap.
Look, I'm a druid. I had to say things weird, okay?
There's only one way to find out, though. I could go up and identify the barrier and see what we're really dealing with. I don't think Striggy didn't see any immediate dangers in the area, so.
No, he
Besides
did
the
not
obvious
take notice
dangers.
of any dangers.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been in the description if I did. But yes, no, Zephylos will say I do want to go check out that throne. It could be a throne that's dedicated to my deity, or to the ruler of this tower who was a servant of said deity.
I would feel remiss to let you go alone if you'd allow me to join you.
Our alternative solution is right there is a staircase that goes up. I say pointing to the northwest, or I assume it goes up. But in the southwest corner is where the strange magic was happening. If you'd rather go fight whatever is up there with gravitational powers that cause everything to levitate, then sure, I'd rather look at the inanimate chair.
I'll turn to Khan and Deshu to see their immediate reaction.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to have it paused.
Deshu will whisper to Khan, who will then probably ask some variation of the question. What if it's likely, or how the magic could investigating this magical force field around this throne could help us solve the issue with the with the river and Vampires Crossing.
In
Well,
layman's term, what it do though?
there's resources in there. That's an obvious benefit of trying to get into it.
Yeah, Khan would be mostly worried as to the correlation between this mysterious magical energy and how it relates to our mission, which is the river.
As I said, it is resources. That is useful.
But are the resources worth our lives, as we've seen?
We haven't observed any obvious danger with the resources. Just a barrier.
Khan will just roll his eyes, then just look at Dermo. Treeborn, is this a risk worth taking? Are these resources going to wipe us out before we ever use them or get to them?
I'll then whisper to Khan, if we could reverse engineer the shield, perhaps we could apply that to the river.
I think that if we reverse engineered the shield, we could. And I'll lean back into Deishu. Reverse engineer the shield and like forgetting the second half of what you said about.
Yeah.
And I'll like nudge you. I'm like, what did you say?
And use it to reinforce the river.
We could make it to reinforce the river, and I'll like look at.
Have you ever?
Did you when you ever had a dream when you went into and could do anything?
Have you ever had a dream that
I will
that you
kind of make
you
eye
had-
contact with
you-
Deishu
you
to
would- you
kind
you
of verify that this is what he
would-
wants.
you
He wants to
want-
at least
you
investigate.
could
Because I feel like he's kind of the middle child often where, he's being slightly along for the ride without a hand on the steering wheel. So I just want to verify with him that he wants to at least take a look.
Do you like verbalize any of that, or is it just trying to communicate that via like a look?
Just a really long look now. So you want to at least investigate, but not touch it, not necessary.
Say if kind of shrug and say if gesture towards Zephylos, if there's a possibility it could make our mission here shorter, it could be worth it.
It's the most decisive I think he's ever been.
Khan is just reeling beside himself. It's like, I do not think anything in this building is worth the risk. Let's check out the river and go back and report what we find.
We haven't found anything.
We haven't even found the river. Why do we need more resources if we do not know what we need before we get there? Why don't we see what the river has to offer? Maybe it has an answer at the river. And then we come back from the river back to here and we can investigate this purple thing that probably will kill us. And then we can all agree that it was a bad idea.
Is this Khan or Shab forgetting that we already crossed the river?
Likely Shab. But
You have indeed crossed
Khan's
over the
also
river
probably
quite
not
closely.
connecting- He's probably not connecting that that's the river we need to investigate. We're traveling inland to
And
find a river to see what's going on with it. Because did the river salve look weird when we crossed it? Like
What do you mean,
visually weird? Like did it look weird? Because Khan.
I think
if
we
it
also
looked
crossed it
weird
at
as-
night, which didn't help.
Yeah, and likely Khan was looking for a weird river.
I don't.
may I?
I think we crossed it at night specifically.
I
so
thought you
I don't know if you would have
rested
been able to
at the temple, and then you would have crossed it in the morning as soon as you woke up.
Was it made?
I thought we also rested.
That was the river because we talked about the river.
Oh
we
yeah,
crossed.
yes, it would have been clear, because there were discussions with Drezel like about the river's significance and all that, and the temple being on the river, etc.
So,
would
Khan,
never
you want to investigate the coast of the river?
says, no, I want to figure out how this building is related to our mission. I don't want to start doing more dangerous shit before we figure out what we need to do and what we have to do it.
Then
Ruffalo.
may I remind everyone of the relevance, because we've already had this conversation, and I don't like repeating myself. We are here for multiple reasons. First and foremost, if there's any non-hostile locals, they might have insider knowledge as to the happenings of Mauritania, which is the reason why we're here to begin with. Not necessarily to investigate the river, we have to understand the enemies of Missalin, because they've been subtly crossing over, as we saw in the temple, that one
You see
vampire.
Khan kind of rummaging through his notes now. I'm like, did we get a different mission? Like, last I checked, the guard at the Verrock told us to investigate why the vampires are coming through the river south now. Yes.
Yes, but there's so much more to that problem than just the river itself.
Do you
What
think
is causing them to come
non-hostile-
over?
Do you think non-hostiles live here to investigate?
Again, this building used to belong to my lord. I am hoping there are. I'm not a divination wizard, so I can't see the future, but it's worth looking over.
What are our alternative options, if not this building? What would be the list of all of our choices? We could investigate this building, or we could try to find a city or dwellings in which people live to speak with. And our
What
third
if-
option would be investigating the river directly.
What if we are half a day's travel or so from civilization and they can tell us, oh, we don't go to the creepy rock building because there's big rock statues that kill everything that go in there. It's just no good. No answers there. What if they tell us that and then we save ourselves our lives? You know? What does it cost us?
Isn't that what they told us in Draenor as well?
I know nothing of the people of Canifis, although they do live in Mauritania.
Say that in Draenor, that'd be hilarious.
I'm pretty sure they said we don't fuck with that
We
big old
don't go
house.
there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. We don't go to the manor.
Yeah, we don't fuck with that house because it's kind of sketch.
These hypotheticals you're proposing are a double-edged sword. We could go to that town and it's swarming with vampires and we'll all get mauled to death. You know, anyone can play this game. All I know is there is a magical ward.
Power, and there are literal powers we do not understand, and they just remove us from existence.
Sounds like a win for me.
You'll see Khan kind of give up, and it says, "At least it would be painless. That's all I've had since I've been in this world."
When I researched Mauritania, I only found reference of 3 locations. One of them was a literal grave. The other one is a capital of everything evil in this place. And the other one is a random village. One of these things doesn't seem like the others, and I think that's suspicious. So before we go and rely on strangers we don't know, this building belongs to a culture I do know. So I'm hoping that something useful will be here. If not a person, something. A book that'll give us information. Again, treasure that can fund our success. There are
Turbo will point. Oh, sorry. Finish up.
things. There are things that are tangible here, and we have bested everything that's come up at us at this tower until now. We are making good progress.
Dermo's going to point at the Zamrakian insignia on the floor and say, if I might add, it's possible that you should use the term was instead of is.
Okay. It's been desecrated. Surely.
You'll hear Khan mutter something under his breath.
I want to get an answer, though. Which direction do we come to an agreement that we should go in? Because it's easy to have each person have their own interests. But we can't do any of these options by ourselves.
You know, I'm tired of the whispering and the under the breath talks, I want to walk forward to that chair. And if you want to be productive, you will follow me. We're just squabbling here. And I want to make a decision.
I'm following him either way. I'm just complaining and trying to question why we're doing it.
You're me whenever I take out the garbage.
I mean,
Me every day.
Khan doesn't think this tower has answers to our thing. I understand what you're saying, like, player, but Khan just doesn't get how the tower connects to the river.
Well, it's connected by land. Little secret there.
My bird with the passive perception of 18 is going to keep an eye out for...
Is it
Areas.
laggy to move for you guys too, or is that just me?
Is it what?
Is it like laggy when you move your character, or is that just me?
I
Like-
think that's just you, my man.
I think that's just you. Like, it's the normal, like, subtle, like, drops that I'm used to. Like, nothing seems out of the blue.
Yeah, mine's not too bad. Might
Like
just
it's
be-
working, but it's taking like 5 seconds after I like move it to a certain location for it to
That-
actually.
Sounds like it's just...
Yeah, that's probably just your internet, my guy.
Shouldn't be too bad. I'm not running anything. It's alright.
No, I just don't see the other two. Are they following?
Yes.
Yeah, we're behind you.
We can kind of hand wave so that we don't have to step by step move
Okay.
tokens
I just don't
as
know
you
if you're going
guys
to jump me.
as you guys want.
I'm giving
Um,
you the benefit of the doubt that you're going to jump me. You know?
Oh yeah, I'm totally just gonna ambush you now. You're all alone. All right, so by this point that Zephylos has brought himself to, and I'm gonna actually, I'll move you guys all up there now so you can all see.
Here, I'll be in front of it.
Oh yeah, that takes a while.
Is it just me, or is it?
I just yeeted you guys all up to the front there. So, here be the throne. It is indeed surrounded in a rectangular shape by a glowy purple wall of magical light.
Oh wow, it's actually glowy purple. Okay.
Yeah, I spent a good 15 minutes looking for a nice animation for this.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Oh, let me move the stream camera so we can see it. There it is. There it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Ooh.
If I never saw a trap before in my life, it would still look like
You can also see there are walls, like here and here. But behind them are stairs that go up to the next floor.
Okay.
Going
So
on
there's
either side
circular
of the
stairs
throne.
back, but then these are. Do we get the understanding that those stairs might lead to different areas, or the same areas
mean-
as the circle stairs?
I don't know what understanding you could get from it other than just whatever you can infer from their locations.
Stairs go places.
The stairs
question.
do go places.
If I stood like, let's say, like right here or something, would I be able to see anything up the stairs? Or no?
Even just from the viewing point of the token here, not really. Oh, also let me hang on. I probably should have made walls around the barrier, huh?
Oh, I'm not going to walk through it. I promise.
Okay, hang on.
You can trust me. I'll respect the
me-
glowing walls.
Let me do it anyway.
No, go ahead. Walk through it. Nothing bad could possibly happen.
Yeah, what could happen? You know, what could possibly happen, right?
We've not
I-
almost died several times because of silly little touching
Okay.
everything around
I
us.
added invisible walls, so I have to move you through it if you are able to go through.
Khan's just gonna post up right here and look down this hallway while they're doing whatever with the stairs.
Okay.
I
you can
will
move
be
him.
casting Identify on the wall. Is
Yeah,
my
Does
plan.
he have dark vision or so? Or he has the goggles?
I have the goggles, and I'm just gonna
Alright, let me
be
add it.
prepared in case something comes flying around this corner just to hit it. Pretty much, I don't care.
All right. Yeah, you can go ahead and move. You should be able to see now.
Well, anything that's not
Pause.
one of the four of us, I'm going to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
DM game paused.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Go ahead and move.
What do you
like.
want me to do? This is where I want to stand. If it comes in
Oh,
line
that.
of sight, I'm poking it with my lance.
Okay. Sorry, I keep pausing it and then forgetting to unpause.
You're good.
Okay. We still love you.
You stand before the barrier.
Ooh.
Ooh, identify. Do you
And you
ritually
said this
cast
was
it?
yeah, I'm ritually casting it. And you said this was a crap spell.
I mean, let's see. What does it say that you learn about it? One object. Uh-huh. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what thing. Okay. I guess you would touch like the floor right next to it, but you with the usage of this spell know that this is indeed a magical thing. Just square that one away. And then you're not sure though what exactly sort of spell is causing it, but you know that it is very powerful. And it seems to combine sort of properties of both abjuration and divination magic.
Okay. I only take out a copper coin and attempt to fling it through and see if it's solid.
You throw the copper coin at the wall and it stops as soon as it hits the shimmering barrier, as if it were a stone wall.
Okay. And would I learn through identify if this barrier prevents teleportation?
I don't know that you would learn that.
I'll look over to Dermo and say, this is very powerful magic. It's not a known spell of mine, but
Can you feel the thrumming of it? Like, are we able to feel anything, or is it just like glowing?
Feel how?
You know, like if you're near, like let's say something that's like statically charged, you might have your hair stand up or something.
How close are you willing to get to it?
However close Zephylos is exactly how far I would trust.
How close has Zephylos gotten to it?
at closest, like a couple feet, right?
You don't feel anything unusual at this distance.
Definitely feels powerful.
But yeah, this is weird magic. This is I don't know. What strikes me is it's abjuration, which makes sense. Abjuration is the school of magic that focuses on protections and wards, a barrier, right? But it seems to weave divination in here, and I don't know why. Is something able to see through this perspective? I don't know why divination would be in this soup of magic, but it certainly is, and it confuses me.
What are our options? What could we possibly do?
Well, I'm not powerful enough to tear down this magic, per se. Not yet. I could attempt to teleport into the barrier, but there's a chance that would fail. And that's a very powerful usage of magic that'd be draining myself up for the rest of the day. I would say that if by some miracle we come out of this tower and I have magic left over, we could test the theory. But considering that we might be facing immediate danger as we proceed, I'd rather keep as much resources as I can at bay.
So, could things besides us pass through, or
So this is completely speculation moving forward. We leave the realm of factual knowledge. So bear with me. Yes, possibly. Maybe there's a password, or maybe there's a gesture or something that allows something to pass through it.
just for a quick notion for DM? When he said "bear with me," I imagined Dermo in his head turned himself into a bear.
Bear with me.
Sorry, I continue. Sorry.
He has a bear
Bears
with
for
him.
midterms.
But
So you think something may be controlling this from inside the tower, then? Something
It's-
could possibly be using this temporarily? Possibly the same creature that put up the trap?
well, I want to have a little bit of a stretch here. The color of the portal of the barrier is purple. It's very possible that, as you can see, this place is desecrated by the filth of Zamrock. Maybe this is a Zerosian magic that is trying, as a last stand against the forces of Zamrock, trying to prevent this throne from being desecrated.
At this point, you have been able to get a close look at the area inside the barrier, and it becomes obvious that this tiny rectangular section of the fort is, aside from the somewhat strewn about pieces of loot, entirely unharmed.
Could Dermo walk over to the plant here? Borrow a leaf or stem, whichever he can, and walk it back and gently toss it into the barrier.
Toss it?
Yeah. I don't want contact with that shit. I don't know how electricity works.
Yeah, it does the same thing as the coin that Zephylos threw, in that it just bounces right off.
Okay,
He
so it's
picks
not
up the
something
coin.
about. Yeah, I was checking to see if living material would have a different impact. If it would shock or destroy living material versus
Like,
inanimate.
the area in there seems pristine.
So do
This
you think
again,
it's the building warding off intruders?
this might be a circle of protection as, like, again, a last-ditch effort to protect some things. The throne, these valuables. That's the situation I'm reading. Can I roll Arcana to try getting, I don't know, any more
Sure.
sound theories on the magic at play here? Like maybe if there's like a oh, you know, if you do this ritual or like find this key or item, like the barrier goes away, kind of like lore.
Okay.
That was a 17 for a second.
9. It's really hard to say. You can't recall any information in further detail than what you've already learned from Identify.
Okay.
Well, with that being said, if something's trying to protect this stairwell, it's obvious that this is not the correct path to go, unless we want to use the hair on our bodies.
Well, I think we should keep exploring, and perhaps maybe we'll find another way to, or maybe we'll find something that speaks about this barrier, and perhaps learn more information that can help us get through it.
Right, I will walk on over to the passage right here.
Alrighty.
Why is it not letting me go back? Green now.
Right, I looked at the others and I said, I've examined it as much as I can. I don't have the magics or the training to disarm that wall. It's potent, but the area in there is pristine, and it makes me think that area has importance. No one would put up such a powerful spell to protect a piece of furniture for no reason.
Maybe it's just a really good chair.
It's a really comfortable chair.
It has great back support.
It's
It's
the most
got really
comfortable
good
chair.
lumbar.
It can support the weight of 2 armies.
And I think that was an extra large cup holder too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can fit a 64-ounce drink in there. No,
I
no
think
problem.
Zach has
Your
not
Dermo's
said
got a
anything
good
for like
solid
20
couple.
minutes, and he comes in with that brilliant one-liner.
That's really why we keep them around, honestly.
All right. I don't believe anyone had gone into this room previously.
No, we definitely didn't.
On the
Unless it's
floor,
connected with the hand room that they were in previously.
I think this is where they came charging out of, but I don't think anyone actually got close or went into this area. The floor in this, at the center of the floor in this room, you have a little grate, which looks like it's got some water in it. You also notice on the ceiling above, at about this location, you see this little light-colored blob. Above there, there is a hole in the ceiling leading up to where you can see part of the second floor.
How big is the hole?
About the size of the blob, so it's like a roughly like a 10-foot diameter circle.
Triggy's still invisible. Can I have them fly
yeah?
up the hole?
How long does it last?
An hour.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see what's up in the on the other side of there. Hang on a second.
Also, I see a hand. Is that actually there?
Oh yeah, that's there. Let's see, how far is it able to see? It hasn't spotted any of you yet. But
Yeah,
there
I'd
is
like to
indeed a
cast
singular,
Divine
tiny, crawling zombie hand.
Yeah. Can I cast
just-
Divine Sense as we see the puddle in front of us? Is it dripping from the roof?
It's not a puddle. It's just like an outline that I left there to indicate that there's something above, which is a hole in the roof.
It's like the spotlight of the...
Yeah, it's like a spotlight.
Do I see the hand? Is it 60 feet away?
I don't think you do. It's just around the corner, right over here. I think only Striggy can see it from his angle,
Gotcha.
but it doesn't seem to have noticed him. Oh well, he's invisible, so I guess it wouldn't.
So the only thing we can see from where we're sitting is a puddle and an open ceiling.
Yeah, I'd like to prepare Divine Sense for whenever I do get in range or something to sense other things like the gargoyles, so it doesn't happen.
Could could
go
Dermo
ahead.
produce flame in his hand?
Uh-huh.
And kind of just shoot it. I want to stand here. Shoot it in. Oh wait, how do you? Shoot it in like this direction-ish thing.
Oh,
Just to
so that
light
you
up
can, just so you can see
pathways.
over there. Yeah.
Just as a pathway from that position, just try and get an idea of what's in this kind of region.
Yeah, over there. Here, I'll just put a little light
What-
source over there for a minute.
That's my range.
There's
Good.
a doorway there, and beyond it, there is a large spiral staircase in the northwestern corner of the fort. Let's do the thing that Striggy was doing. He flies up to the next floor. There is a medium-sized room up here with actually 2 of the sort of circles with the writing and the Zamorak symbol. One of them is particularly bigger than the ones that you've seen so far. Surrounding the big circle, there are 2 humanoid figures. They have pale and wrinkly skin. They wear sort of unkempt, but possibly once ornate robes. Their faces are hidden by large hoods in a shadow of them. And that's probably the most that you can get in a quick glance. Otherwise, there is a single exit of this room on the north end.
I look back to the others and I whisper, "All right, no one move. I've spotted 2 distinct threats. First and foremost, immediately southwest of us on this floor, there is another one of those hands. I don't think it's noticed Striggy. We can probably all turn the corner and shoot at the same time and maybe smite it to smithereens. I didn't see anything else in the room.
Inside this room that we're next to?
Yes.
With this shit on the floor?
Yeah. Now, I had Striggy, I know Striggy's invisible so you can't see it, but I had Striggy fly up there. There's something far worse, and it kind of makes me not want to fight this hand, because maybe fighting the hand might alert the things upstairs to our presence. It's 2 cult-looking mages. They're in ornate robes, or what might have once been ornate. And they're standing around massive Zamorakian symbols. Or at least one really large one. Larger than the ones we've seen down here so far. They might be Zamorakian wizards.
I'll whisper to Khan, could we not just lure the hand away?
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say the same thing, but like Khan will nod and says, "This is good." I says, "What is stopping us from setting up maybe a trap to lure the hand out into the big area out here?" I mean, it's pretty spacious, right?
Oh yeah.
You'll see Khan preparing some ball bearings by the end.
Yes.
Quick question. Quick question.
He's gonna use
Uh-huh.
a 4,000 for this.
Would that flame that I threw in there have alerted the hand?
It doesn't seem to have.
Okay,
Luckily, it
okay.
doesn't have eyes.
Truth. Okay, truth. Okay.
Or ears.
Or ears.
It might respond to nearby vibrations because it's a hand.
I just want to say that was a funny joke and no one laughed.
Yeah. Lameo.
Whatever. You didn't laugh when it happened. Don't even try.
But yeah, we can probably lure it out. But even then, let's try to be relatively quiet. I'm not going to cast any magics. I'll just stab at it. The less noise we make, the more likely we can ambush the people upstairs.
Yeah. So Dermo is going to go ahead and wrap around the corner, and ready himself for the surprise round that we're going to try and pull on. And
That's the 10 by 10 I'm dropping. Ball bearing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to also head here behind. Oh, that's a hole.
That's a pit, yep.
I'm gonna stand right here then. No, I'll stand here to see if what comes out, and then I'll chase myself in the corner if I need. Okay, I'll stand there.
Striggy will come back out, and I'll take out one of my normal daggers, and I'll wait for everyone else to finish setting up. But I want to hold my action for when I walk into the room and make a line of sight with the creature. I want to make an attack against it to like essentially have that
Okay.
surprise round.
Dermo's going to cast Shillelagh onto his staff and ready his action for a melee strike if he sees the creature.
Shillelagh has a vocal component. Are you sure? You'll
Does
have to
that
shout in
allow,
order to. You'll have to shout in order to cast the
Just to
spell.
let it all out, you know.
You have to shout for the vocal component.
These
Yes.
are
Yell.
the things that I do without.
Well, I guess I could. Or I'll hold off. I'll hold a produce flame within my
Okay.
hand. Wait, does it have ears?
Fun
I mean, it's
fact: Produce
it's a giant
Flame
ant.
also has a vocal component.
Yeah, but it doesn't have ears, but vibrations. I would assume he has a basic voice that would vibrate.
The goal is to not alert the spellcasters.
Right. You know
Yeah,
what?
'cause
I'm just
they're
gonna hold
like
my staff
right
ready
upstairs,
without
right
Shillelagh
here.
then. Yeah, I'll just hold without Shillelagh, my staff for a melee hit.
Here's the thing, though, right? Like a verbal component, does it need to be set at a certain decibel to trigger? Can you whisper it?
I'm pretty sure that you cannot whisper verbal components raw. It has to be at like full volume. I don't know if it's shouting, but it's definitely full speaking volume.
The rules as intended. I don't know if it's the rules as written. Spellcasting is not supposed to be subtle. That's why there's feats to make it more easy, to make it easier to get away with doing it.
That's why the vocal component exists in the first place.
Yeah.
It says the handbook doesn't require a certain volume, but the DM can decide what level of volume is reasonable for.
Yeah.
It has to be a chant of mystic words. That's all it
typically
says.
I would
say
put it
chanting can't be quiet. You don't chant in a whisper.
between like a shout and like an outdoor speaking voice. So fairly loud.
Like a chant, yeah. It's like I wouldn't say he's chanting, he's like murmuring to himself.
In a quiet environment, which this is, at a moderate distance, which this is, it would be pretty easily noticeable.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'll just hold a physical smack with my staff without Shillelagh cast.
Okay.
Okay, so
Who acts first? Is everyone ready?
I'll do the thing where I step in and my hold action goes off and I throw a knife.
Throw a knife. Okay. What is
The
the
knife
range
you say.
on knife throwing?
Should be 20 feet.
Okay.
I don't know if I came close enough.
That is 30 feet. Do you want to risk moving closer or throw at long range?
Can I try to stealth closer so that I can get that
Sure.
sweet advantage on being hidden?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Luckily, I don't think even if we get caught, I don't think the hand is going to shout to alert his friend.
Yeah.
I don't know that they were capable of making interesting
noises. The lack of mouth is what gives me confidence.
Yeah, I wonder if a hand could.
Sorry, I don't have advantage. My apologies.
You know what would freak you guys out is if it like lifted its middle finger like a head and there's
Feel
a
free to
giant
take
ass mouth
18
and
instead.
screamed.
No, the 20 was first. Yeah, you move as quietly as you can, keeping your
I just
feet
wasted
light.
an 18 and a 20, I'll have y'all know.
Alright, so you can get pretty much as close as you think you need to get a good shot at it, so...
Yeah, I'll go like right up to the
yeah, okay.
to
So
the 20
make
mark.
you can make the attack with advantage because you're unnoticed right now.
Okay, sorry, I'm still learning Foundry, so I'm a little slow with it.
You could have left off the
You'll get it
part.
in
I know it
18
says
sessions.
ceremonial. I know it says ceremonial dagger, but it's just gonna be my regular ass daggers because I have two of those.
Hey, all daggers are ceremonial if you cast a ceremony with them.
True. Yep, with a 17, you are able to hit it. You hit it pretty square on, not with a ton of force, but good enough to get a decent hit on it. It is, however, not instantly killed. And as soon as you do strike it, it's going to do a bit of an about face, or I guess about hand, if you would.
Alright.
And
it throws a face just to do this.
then if anybody else has a action that they are able to do immediately, they can do it now. Otherwise, we'll do like a pseudo combat order here because I don't want to go into full order.
Range with my prepared
Well, you can't see it right now.
I'm
It's around the corner. It's over here. If you can't see it.
Yeah, I'll be holding I'll be prepared to hit whatever comes out. That's the whole point.
Sure. Yeah.
I had meant to ask, how loud would you say my lightning launcher is? Like, is that something I can
probably
use
like about this loud.
Thunder launcher.
No. That's a good question, actually.
Thunder wave doesn't have a light component, so why would lightning have a sound component?
Big brain.
I really don't know, because I don't know if it would be like
I'm picturing like that sound of like shocking, right?
Probably a bit quieter than a vocal component, but still makes some noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like a speaking volume level of noise.
Like a Star Wars blaster sound.
But is it the pew pew one or is it the wah wah?
Oh
What?
no.
The one that Padme has in the prequels? It's like wah. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. Come on. Padme's gun sounds really weird.
That's a hot take.
I was gonna say they had the Naboo blaster sounded the same, didn't they?
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Geonosis one's sound effect, the green orbs that blasted. Wow, wow.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
okay.
Owen Wilson.
Here, it's this it's this one. It sounds really weird. Anyway. Oh god, oh don't play another video.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I'm thinking.
Anyhow, it's probably a little noisy. Debatable as to whether it would attract the attention of the people in the next floor.
Made it just is the Owen Wilson. Wow. And they're just like, huh?
Wow.
Owen Wilson?
Wow.
That sounds to me like GM speak for they'll get a perception check.
Possibly.
Yeah. Just two.
I
See
mean, it
two
would
wizards
be-
jump down from the top, face first, thinking that they're gonna meet Owen Wilson.
I guess it would be against their passives, and in which case I don't even know what I would do. We're just making things up as we go, as normal.
The points are made up and nothing matters.
Yes. Daisho would probably know that it makes a bit of noise, so
Okay.
it's up to him. Does he want to play it extra safe, or does he want to just go for it?
Well, the goal is to lure the creature in here, so I am going to prepare a telekinetic shove to pull it towards me once it comes in sight, to kind of pull it closer out of the room.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to move a little bit farther back up this way. I don't know if that's actually more, because I don't want to get in the way of everybody else.
Okay.
Oh, but it has to be 30 feet away. That's right. So I need to be within 30 feet. So I need to be a little bit closer. There. I should be able to...
Okay.
I'll move one square closer, and that will put me in range no matter where it comes out of.
Okay. I assume the other guys are holding their things.
I ain't holding my thing. Whoa, dude.
You guys technically sort of had a surprise round, kind of. So let's go to Azephalus next, and then the hand will move.
Okay. I'll take out another knife and toss it and then run away.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to move slowly, extra slowly through the ball bearings to not fall over.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and do a non-advantage attack.
Oh, that was almost a 19. I saw
A
that.
15 will indeed hit it. He rolled another 3 for damage. Not enough to kill it, but it looks pretty damaged now.
Okay.
At
Then
which
I'll-
point it will move.
Well,
Go ahead and move first.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back over here.
It can only make it to about there, moving as fast as it looks like it can. Daisho, you can probably reach it now. Oh, not quite. 35. You can move and then do something though if you want.
Well, I'm gonna wait till it gets like
You're gonna
under the
wait.
threshold of the
Okay.
the door.
All right. The other two can't see it, so Zephalos, if he wants to do yet another thing, or wait.
I'll hold my action. When it gets in melee of me, like I'll move over here just so that the others can get a clear shot.
Mm-hmm.
And if it comes
Do I
within
see-
melee of me, I want to stab it with Wolfbane.
Okay.
I don't
so
see a token for it. Am I missing it?
it's still around the corner. You can't see it yet. So it is
Oh,
going to
okay.
move to here and have to make a dex save against the ball bearings. I think that's what you do, right?
Would I be able to hit diagonally?
Is there a set DC for the bearings? You would just run through.
Yeah, it's
is it?
I believe a DC 13. Let me double check. Ball bearings DC 10. or fall.
Okay, it got a 14, so it's fine. From here,
I hit
Dermo,
it.
you can thwack it with your stick.
So think of Home Alone, like you walk through a doorway and immediately just something swings and smacks you in the face. That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's a little fun. Quarterstaff, right? Just a normal roll with quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, a 14 with 4 damage will be enough to crush it. You hear a
I'd like to
slight...
imagine I
Go
do
ahead.
that and it bends its fingernail back, and that's enough to like kill anyone.
Oh, nasty. You do
Yep.
that. You smash the fingernail clean off with your hit.
Oh,
Um,
I regret this.
You guys actually did remain pretty quiet there. I imagine a quarterstaff's not super loud.
Dermo doesn't have
Neither
fingernails, so
are
it doesn't get that like grating feeling in his
throwing
skin.
Loud as quarter
knives.
as loud as a normal staff.
Oh god, it's 1/4.
Jim, if
so-
you want to throw
Loud.
5 mages at us for that pun, I'd understand.
Yeah,
6
they're
if you
just
need to.
gonna
I mean, I'm
jump
fine
down
with
the
that.
hole now. No,
Oh,
We
Cool.
want
like my
Uh,
daggers.
to kill the party every session.
you have killed the crawling hand. Good job. That was big brain.
And we killed the mood with that joke.
Yeah.
We had a mood in here?
Well, if you asked nicely, we could have.
Weren't you asking earlier if you come? What? What happened?
All right. You don't hear any immediate noises coming from up on the other side of the hole in the ceiling, so you're fairly confident that you've not attracted their attention.
Like, okay, so to make a point, I'm going to sidestep around the corner, not walking in.
Can we just keep trying to bait them out to the hall? This seems to be working, and we're not dying until it's working. Why change
I
it?
like this plan.
Why change it? You're gonna see Khan, like look around and like see that we killed one in the hallway there. Pretty much, that's the only one he saw.
The only hand, yeah. It looks like that was the only one.
Yeah. He's gonna say, "Is there more?" Kind of like quietly to Dermo.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Get them to come out like the last one. I'm not going in there.
Just to verify, he's speaking about the wizards, right?
I'm speaking about the hands.
Okay. Where do we know the hands to be? Inside this room here? Like over this way, or?
You guys haven't spotted any more hands other than the
just the
single one that you've killed.
So Dermo's gonna walk over here, assuming just in case that there are gonna be more.
Mhm.
Ready to run back in a moment's notice.
Okay. You can't see too well because there's no light in here.
Produce
Khan's gonna
flame, of course.
Walk back up to the entrance at this
There you
point.
Thank you.
Here, I'll make it look like a flame.
What the hell's Dermo doing all the way in there? I thought he was near the entrance.
Yeah, I was, and I walked over here to verify because you said to grab the hands' attentions to draw them out, but there were no hands. So I walked in to verify if there were.
Yeah,
hands
I'll
that
gesture
move.
for you to follow, and I say it was just the one I saw.
Okay. Oh, we are on top of each other.
I point towards the stairs and I say, should we go up and confront them? The Zamrokians?
I will whisper to Khan. I like the idea of drawing them out.
I am still in favor of drawing them out.
How do we draw them out?
You'll hear, and like Khan will just kind of smile at you with like a grimace, and like you'll hear a rattle of just thousands of ball bearings in the bag.
And lockpick?
He says, of course, the lockpick brother, very smart, very smart. And I'll take 5 steps forward and put my hand out to Zephylos. Do you put your hand back out?
Sure.
Drop like 10 ball bearings. I'm gonna say, okay, you started. We'll finish it.
What, you want me to throw these up the hole and try to get its attention?
No, I want you to go up there and sacrifice yourself so we can leave this place. But the ball bearings will do.
Yikes.
Not about what I want right now. It's what we need to do to survive.
God damn.
Whoa.
At least he's honest.
And then I'll reach back in and say, more ball bearings? And I'll have like another hand in case he needs it.
I can do us one better than a bunch of pebbles.
Then give them.
Wow, you don't have the word pebble, bruh. Like, ouch.
Con will put his hand back out to get his ball bearings.
Did you pick up the ones that were on the floor?
Not yet.
Okay.
I plan to pick up what I can quickly whenever we leave this area.
By walking over here, Dermo saw the staircase, so he's gonna walk back over
Does
before
that
the.
keep the ball bearings back?
Yeah, I'll hand them back. I don't need them.
Yeah.
So Dermo,
Con counting them as you turn away.
Dermo, having walked all the way in and returning now, will tell the party. There's a staircase that leads directly to the room with the mages in it. We could lure them onto the stairs and attack them there where they don't have room to use their magic at full capacity.
Perhaps actually we can set up the ball bearings on the stairs, and when they come down after my distraction.
Well, you know damn well that's an OSHA violation.
This is why I gave you the ball bearings to begin with. I was going to lay the trap down here. You throw a couple ball bearings at whatever's up there, and I'm sure you'll be fine. Everything is fine with you. No one's ever in danger. You'll make your way down the stairs, ball bearings or not, no problem.
Okay, so quick recap. You want me to walk to the stairs to get their attention while you drop stuff, and then run back?
No, I want him to do it.
Oh, you want stuff?
That's why I gave him the ball bearings. He can go upstairs and go see what his god wants, and I'll be down here where the ball bearings are.
Zephylos, if you request as such, I can do that as well.
It's fine. Give me the ball bearings. I'll be the only useful one. I'm just kidding. Dermo's pretty useful.
I'll hand you back.
Khan, Zephylos would like to hold your balls, is what he's asking.
Yeah, I gave you back 1,000.
You have 1,000? Shit, I was only given 2 when I started.
That's the standard. Oh, okay, no, never mind. I see.
You're about to explain.
I was about to be like, 1,000's actually not that impressive. That's the standard unit in the player. And I'm like, oh no, I get it now.
Hey, I got the standard unit too.
I guess it takes a lot less balls to keep an Eru bared, you know what I mean?
Okay, so GM.
Yep.
I want to I want to spend time with the 1,000 ball bearings to like sprinkle these stairs, because I imagine after we get their attention, they'd be coming down here. But in case they don't, because I notice there's another staircase adjacent, I'll ask if Khan has more than just 1,000.
More than 1,000? What? Oh, is he gonna be smoking? Like, you need more.
As we wait, Khan is
Stalin Gray.
Yeah, Khan. Whatever happens, but Khan is going to light up the pipe as quietly and as obviously the smell of halfling tobacco burning in the local area is like.
Did we say it was halfling?
You did.
I did?
I said I wanted something like halfling tobacco. And you're like, I have it. It's called Myth Gray, and I was like, cool.
I don't remember it having to do with
I
halflings.
suddenly recall this. Yes.
I remember giving
I'll
that
write it
name
down
out of
when
the blue.
something
But
happens, and it'll it's written down if it's crazy enough to write down. But it's easy to remember.
anyhow,
Yeah, it's halfling tobacco.
I imagine the tobacco
why
commercial
is
that
there a
only Americans
use
get.
tobacco pipe button? What is that? Why is this an intelligence check?
Roll it, boys.
Real
Why
quick
is
though,
it a tool?
I imagine that the advertisement for it would be Whistling Gray. It's just like a nice, sweet,
Just
has that.
just the name.
No. You know what I'm talking about? Like those those commercials that like try and make you feel really nostalgic for a product.
Hmm.
It's like the Rick and Morty meme, but not
Anyhow.
cringy.
So I inquire if he has more than just the one bag of 1,000.
I'll say, what do you need them for?
I point to the other stairs and say, they could possibly come from this entrance as well.
I'll hand him 2 bags, and I'll say, and you can look for additional exits as well, in case another one is hidden. And I'll give you more 1,000, so that's 1,000 more down.
Are you going to be sneaking, Zephylos?
No, I'm going to hit him so fast that they won't know what happened.
Could I give you a little bit of guidance for that?
Not for me, for my bird.
For your bird? Could I guide your bird in this endeavor?
Yes, please.
Riggy, you are the most fascinating creature I've seen in a long time. I trust that you can do this job, no question.
I'm only spotting the 2 entrances. But I'll put some extra ball bearings down here by the actual entrance in case they make it past the first bunch. We can pick these all up after.
So you're going to do one staircase and Striggy's going to do the other?
Oh, I've already done the one up there. So, GM, just to summarize my efforts, the staircase in the top left has been ball bearinged.
Okay.
Bald.
So, how much area does a typical that amount cover? Because the stairs are a pretty large area.
Well, like not
You
the
don't really
entire
need to cover
stairs.
a
right.
couple
Would
stairs.
you put
It's
it
like-
at like the top or at the bottom, middle?
Do the top, then they can Family Guy fall all the way down.
No, I won't do the top because I don't want to get too close to the point where I'd have to do a stealth check.
So do it at the halfway. That way they feel comfortable
Halfway
on the stairs.
point, so that they
Okay.
feel
Yeah.
comfortable because they're already exactly they're all going down some stairs, and then all of a sudden marbles, right, and then they trip and fall.
Okay.
So that's the plan with that one. I'm also doing again the middle point for this staircase down here,
Okay.
and then I'm doing like a square around the entranceway of this one. So even if they get down, there's again another bottle point where they're moving at slow pace.
Okay. We'll
And
say that these template areas that I've done. Sorry, what was the second one that you said? The middle one that you.
In this actual staircase itself.
Oh, in the staircase itself and at the bottom of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
because these are the only 2, like, besides them just jumping down the hole,
Okay.
which there's nothing I can really do for that.
Can you guys see the regions that have been highlighted by those templates that I put down?
I
They're
can't.
purple.
but-
I
Oh,
see
yes,
the one
yes, I
that's...
see 'em,
Like
yes.
I
there's
see the one that's in line of sight.
It might
yes.
be obscured by the
I can see them for sure.
I'm sure it exists if we
Yeah.
were to walk over there.
It's hard
Okay.
to see because the light's purple and your template's purple.
True. It just picked purple. I think that's because it's my
It's
profile
your,
color.
It's your player color, yeah. Mine
Yeah.
is mine.
Okay, but I have a good idea of.
see it.
I can see where they are, and
Okay.
you guys have a good idea of what it is. Okay.
So here's the plan. Striggy's invisible, right?
Mhm.
Striggy's going to go up and try to align themselves with like a point in which I can get them both in a cone.
Mhm.
And then I'm just going to like quickly like switch concentration to dragon breath, get a breath out, and then have them fly down immediately, like in the same like turn.
Okay.
So that I'm trying to get like a
To get
surprise
that
round.
close, he will have to make a stealth check.
Yes, which he has guidance.
Okay.
And would he get
Yes.
advantage because
It
of
worked.
invisibility, or
Oh boy, the age-old question.
or is it not advantage, but it just is a factor?
It's not advantage, but it's a factor.
Very good.
Is usually what I do.
Okay. For what it's worth, owls don't make noise when they fly.
True, they are quiet, but that's usually when they are like gliding for the most.
I'll tell you, I make a lot of noise when I fly.
Their
It's
feathers
as loud
are,
as a jet engine.
are specifically
Yeah, around there, yeah.
designed so that they
Oh
make
my god! Did
significantly
you roll
less.
all
Yeah.
ones? You
Oh.
actually did.
Oh my
Oh
What
no.
the?
Friggy.
Jesus.
Wow.
I
Okay.
call
Friggy, the loud ass jet engine owl.
So much for being.
Whoosh, whoosh.
You guys seen? You guys
You
seen
can't
the
see him, but you can hear him. The
true?
worst kind of stealth.
You guys
He must
seen
have
the?
ran into like a bunch of tin cans hanging from the ceiling.
Have you guys seen those true facts about animals
Yeah.
videos?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
owl
yeah,
one.
yes.
There's a line in there where he says, "If silence were loudness, owls would be the loudest of the birds." That is what has happened. So he flies up there and he's getting too excited, so he just like flaps a bit hard and he literally just like bonks into the ceiling. On his way up and makes a bit of noise, and especially some more flapping noise as
I
he
like
tries
that
to.
your familiar has wings pretty much entirely for flavor, and it's the reason that he lost his stealth.
And so he makes a bunch of noise. The mages up there immediately turn over to see what made the noise, but they can't see him because he's invisible. But they're like, "What?" They say something in Infernal, which I believe you can understand. Actually, did you take the time to hear through? Actually, you could probably hear it anyway. One of them says in Infernal, "What the hell was that?" And they're looking over toward where the noise came from. And one of them is going to immediately try and cast a spell at Striggy's location, where the noise came from, or is coming from. So he's gonna make a disadvantage attack here because he can't see him.
Should Zephylos be relaying any of this to us?
Well,
'Cause he can
soon.
see and hear through Ziggy's eyes.
I think he has to specifically say when he's doing that because it makes him blind when he does so, and I'm assuming at this point he did not choose to do that because he didn't say that he did.
Gotcha.
No. Is that correct?
That is correct. And
Okay,
I didn't say I was doing that.
Okay. Yeah, so for future reference, if you don't say that you're doing that, like, and something important has happened, then I'm gonna assume that you didn't.
Yeah.
You can, of course, always say, okay, I'm gonna do it now, but not, like, when after something has happened.
Yeah.
So, the firebolt that he shoots out of his hands smacks into the wall. You can hear sort of flame noise. But you can tell that Striggy has not been struck because you can still sense his presence. So it must have missed. And let's see. At this point, probably the bird is still making noise. So I think we're gonna go into initiative order, although the mages probably don't entirely know what's going on yet. But we're gonna go into initiative order anyway. So let's go ahead and roll.
Yeah, see, we wanted Striggy to get caught. That's why we purposely rolled a 1, is so that they would chase him down the stairs. Otherwise, they would have been like, oh, it must have been nothing, like in Skyrim.
Of course.
Oh, we're getting an initiative order?
Yep. I didn't add you yet. Hang on.
Oh, you didn't add me? I thought we were friends, man.
Hang on. Oh, dang it. They're on another map, so it likes to make a different track. Hang on.
I did ask my other buddy,
Hang on.
if
You
he'd
could
be
make
able to
a
give it
copy
back.
of their tokens down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an invisible copy of their tokens and add them to this
But
map,
yeah.
and then do it.
Wait, I did ask that other guy if he'd get back like the 15 mil if he's done with it.
Oh.
And he just hasn't gotten back to me just yet, so I'm gonna just check in with him every so often.
Okay.
I think you just lost 15 mil.
Yeah, you lost.
No,
your
no. I asked him, but he's AFK. He's a guy I've known for years. I just have to get in touch with him.
Okay, and then I have to fix this to the rolls that I already rolled. So.
But no, I would have lost way more because I gave this random guy 24 mil the other day, and he just said thanks and disappeared. It's kind of weird. I'm jokingly referring to Zaid, by the way.
I am focusing on stuff.
convenient hangout.
Oh, I changed his name to 19.14 instead of his initiative.
Oh, that is the correct naming. That's what I'm
Big
going to name my
brain.
next kid. 19.14.
It's a good name.
You look so beautiful.
Evoke.
Almost a full 20, but not quite.
Okay. There's the NPCs. You guys have the initiative thing, right? Can you guys...
Yeah. But we don't
Does
see our own
everything-
tokens.
Yeah, we're not on there.
You
Yeah.
don't see your own tokens on it?
Because the initiative was started on the other map, so you probably have to stop initiative and redo it here.
Oh, god dang it. You're probably right.
Don't you just love Foundry?
That's how it works on Roll20.
It's so simple to use and awesome.
I mean, they did
Download
fix,
today at Foundry.com.
What's that?
they did fix that on the newest version of Foundry.
I rolled a 0.
Oh, you guys got it now?
Oh my god.
I rolled a 0.
Aw, boo. Hey, at least you didn't roll a 3.
At least, I mean, it could have been worse. You could have gotten -1.
I've gotten -1 before.
Now,
True.
not to outshine
True.
anyone, but Dermo is fan-fucking-tastic at initiative. He is just ready for combat.
He's fucking ready, yeah.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, initiative's the one place
Okay,
where
so...
money's wasted,
Let
but
me
man,
see.
a
Can I
one
make
really
these
better.
not invisible?
At least Zephylos did do too much better. Neither did Striggy. Jeez.
Okay.
Rolls are poo-poo caca.
So let's just go here. Dermo, you hear the sound of the fire being produced from up in the next floor and smacking into a wall. What do you do?
I don't see them yet, correct?
No, they're up. They're up on the next floor.
Okay.
But you can tell that they have become hostile, and they
So
have
I will
detected
hide
the owl.
behind the same wall that we did with the hand. And from there, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my weapon. And I'm going to, I guess, wait until they are within some form of being seen for me to make my next move. Because there's not really much I can do at this exact moment.
Okay. Do you want to hold an action or take the dodge action or something in the meantime?
Yeah, I don't know because... Oh, yeah, we'll take the dodge action, because why not?
Okay.
There's no reason not to, you know what I mean?
Right. If you have literally nothing to do with your action, you can always dodge.
Why will not let me move right now? Move my god. Oh, I'm
You're
using
unruler.
I'm an idiot.
You can't.
Ignore
You
me.
could also cast like a buff spell or something if you thought it appropriate.
Didn't I say cast Shillelagh?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you
it's a
did.
bonus action, but yeah.
I meant yeah. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are injured. We all rested and everything, so I don't have anything to specifically do just yet.
All right.
All right, ending my turn.
That'll be dice show.
Okay. I'm hoping this doesn't go terribly wrong. I'm going to ready fairy fire for the base of the stairs for when I see two people. For when I see two people. And I am going to shoot. I don't think that I probably should have conveyed this earlier. We decided that our goal was to like lure them down here, right? That's the whole point of all this.
Tracking,
Right.
yeah. Whatever
Yeah.
happens. That's what I'm tracking. That's why I gave him ball bear. Yeah.
Okay.
It's only partially hoping that we fail spectacularly.
How much of what's going on upstairs could I actually hear from this point?
You heard some flames, and somebody yell something
of
in
them
an
shouting.
unfamiliar language.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. And then you saw Dermo go into action mode.
Okay. So
Way too quickly. He's ready.
Very quickly.
so based on that, I think it's reasonable to assume that it sounds like we've got their attention, kind of.
Likely.
So I am going to shout. I want them to hear me. They have heard us. Flee back outside.
Mm.
And that is
I
the
like
end of my
that.
turn.
Can
like
you
that.
make a... Actually, no, I won't require a deception check on that.
Okay.
I still want to know how good of a deception roll we would have gotten.
Not good. That would have
Okay,
been.
so from the other side of the hole in the ceiling, you can hear some noises. First, you hear the shouting once again in Infernal of one of the creatures upstairs, and those of you that can understand Infernal hear them say, "You, beast, get down there and kill them!"
Oh, rude.
And then I'm going to have to add more stuff to the turn order.
I'm sure he doesn't enjoy being called beast. Maybe they should use some nicer words if they don't want to get killed.
Let me go grab those.
This is a lesson
Add-
for all people listening to this
add
podcast
more
later on. Be
invisible
nice to
things
others or die.
to the turn order.
I guess I can't say that before we kill them, because if they kill us now, then it kind of proves a negative point.
Yeah.
Also, I called this a podcast
Wait,
instead of a
what?
VOD, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's
don't
an
worry.
ominous cheering.
Vodcast.
Don't worry about that.
Oh no!
It's
Wait,
of-
we can hear whenever you roll in that 20.
It is of no concern. That was an initiative roll for something that you don't know what it is yet.
A
Don't
beast.
tell us we're gonna lie.
Some kind of beast, maybe.
Tell us my
Right.
currently speak so tight right now after that roll, dude. Fucking pucker. or die.
Like-
Okay.
Like after you eat a warhead.
It's like we're in Hallister's mad dungeon now, dude. Every room we go into, fucking killing us.
And that's just how I like to live. It's by dying.
Yeah, I mean, living is
Okay.
hard, dying is
So let's
Live
see.
live hard, die fast.
We are gonna have somebody's footsteps making some noise upstairs. And then we'll have this happen. So you hear, does it have a vocal component? Yes, it does. You hear the sound of some spell happening.
We're casting some spell.
Let me see.
Can
what
I
the
use
range
my
is
reaction to
there.
identify the spell?
Yeah, make the Arcana check. It sounds like they are casting a spell that you may or may not have seen cast before, but you've heard of it, called Summon Lesser Demons.
Oh,
The
Oh
lesser
my.
demons in that spell does not mean literal lesser demons, as in RuneScape lore. It's just the name of the spell.
I'm
because
taking the
he-
greater version of that spell later. Don't worry.
He is in fact not summoning lesser demons.
wait.
Your
So
CR
do
is
you
too high.
summon greater lesser demons?
No.
summon-
So
There is a summon greater demons, which, interestingly enough, as I have statted them, is not capable of summoning a greater demon.
yeah. Summon greater demon is used to actually summon lesser demons. Again,
Correct.
I'm going to be taking that spell, and Zeta will
It's
be
great.
summoning your lesser demons.
Great, that's fun. In about like just below the hole in the ceiling, you see two creatures appear, which will also be added to the turn order.
Dude, I think your
That's
wife's getting her
funny.
ass kicked in Mario Kart.
It's Bugs Bunny. What?
Oh wait, I have to really zoom in. Oh, it's a boy. It's a little
Uh,
ice fiend.
So they're gonna be put into the turn order, and then let me make sure I understand how this works, because Summon Greater Demons has all these rules. The demons, they appear, disappears and it drops to 0 hit points from when the spell ends. Hostile to all creatures, roll initiative for them. They pursue the nearest non-demons to the best of their ability. You can form a circle in the ground that keeps it from killing you. Okay. Yeah, that's about it for that guy, I think. Don't think he has any cool bonus actions. You hear a couple more footsteps after the spell comes off. And interestingly enough, that's the end of his turn, and actually one of these creatures acts immediately afterward, just because of how I rolled the initiative. And so this creature is going to have a quick look around. It can immediately see Khan, so it's going to move like here. And then it's gonna kind of look at the two small groups of people, and it's gonna think for a moment as I flip a coin, and then it decides to approach Khan.
Does that trigger my waiting for this whole time to hit something as soon as it comes out?
Sure.
Does he also make the check on the ball bearings?
Oh, they're still there.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't picked them up yet, so.
I just want to say you're an absolute G for buying like 5 bags of ball bearings.
I didn't buy them. I found a crate.
Let's see.
But yeah.
Yeah, I guess he would have to do the saving throw. He'll do the saving throw. He wasn't smart enough this time. 12, I think, would pass.
It'll make.
So he'll move through normally.
Trigger my waiting for something to poke out to hit it.
But he'll kind of like have this moment where he like almost falls over, but then he recovers himself.
Does that trigger my attack when something comes through though that I've been waiting?
Yeah, sure. What was it that you wanted to do?
I just wanted to poke it with my lance.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So regular, anything that comes out.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what just happened there, but it did again. It was a 20 and a 2, I think. Plus 5.
Wait. Did it roll and then it rolled the attack roll again?
I did it again, right?
Yeah, wait, that's the second time that happened, but I saw a pretty high number, so I'm going to count this as a hit.
It was a dirty 20 to hit and like, I think
Yeah.
a 2 on the D8.
That's
so
really weird. Okay, well, I'm going to call that as a hit with the 5 damage, right?
Yeah, it was we're going to call the first thing, which was a dirty 20 and a 5 damage.
Okay, we'll count that. Don't know why that's happening. You give him a good poke.
What about the bad poke?
Let's see, and he is going to... He's going to get right up into your faces here.
For him.
And you see him inhale deeply before exhaling a cone of frost, which will probably hit the both of you right there. It will go ahead and make dex saves, the two of you that are right next to him.
Oh, that's cool. You can do an actual little cone thing with the animation.
Alright, I get advantage on that. It's a dex save?
From Shield Master? Yep.
No, from Danger
Or what is it from?
The spell.
Oh,
right?
from Danger Sense. Yes, you do. Now, does Shield Master do a thing with dex saves too?
If I had used an action, I could use my reaction to put my shield between... I was an opportunity attack, or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't my turn, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have triggered the Shield Master.
If he had a reaction, he essentially gets evasion.
Oh, okay, but
I
you
had a
already
reaction-
used your reaction.
If
So
I had my reaction was to attack him, I guess. when he
Gotcha.
came out. Yeah.
okay, go ahead and make your
That's
save.
how if it's not a
Save
surprise
with-
round, since we're so
Yeah.
far into it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make your save with advantage.
Not much better. 9
Oh, not much better. So, Khan, you struggle to dodge the brunt of the cold blast. You take 8 cold damage, while Daishu takes 4.
You said 8?
8. 8 for Khan, 4 for Daishu.
Got it.
That is that creature's turn. Let's see. A creature somewhere does something.
Ooh.
Let's see.
In this episode of Dragon Say, a creature somewhere does
Something did something somewhere, presumably.
Tune in next week to find out what.
Tune in next week to find out if something actually did happen or if we just made it up. Okay, it is then the other Ice Demon's turn, and noting the other demons struggle with the ball bearings, he will move slowly through them.
How smart are
They have a relatively average int score
they?
and wisdom
Clearly,
score.
if they're maneuvering through the ball bearing.
I mean, it doesn't take a genius.
Yeah, but it takes more than an idiot.
True.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
he'll only make it to about there.
All
with
right,
that
guys,
movement
we found
going.
out they're greater than idiots, lesser than geniuses. We're
Um,
honing in on this.
And he will also use a Frosty Breath.
So now that 2 creatures have popped into view, does that trigger my readied action to cast Fairy Fire?
Yes. Is it a 20-foot square? You should be able to
It
get
is. Yeah, it's a
both.
20 foot
Yeah, you
cube.
can get them both. Go ahead and drop the template.
Alrighty.
Very nice. They actually both succeed.
All right.
Unfortunate. You can delete the template for me.
Advantage on those saves? Crazy.
They did indeed have advantage for reasons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, dex save from Dermo, please, for another cone of frost breath.
Quick question: how do you use saves?
Just
think I've
click
ever
on
had to save
dexterity on the left, and then click saving throw.
Okay. Dexterity and then save there.
Mhm,
And then
click
normal.
normal.
Yep.
Nice.
Matching.
Okay, you both fail. You will take the full 6 cold damage. Alright.
Ouchie, ouchie, ow.
Striggy is next. He is still on the second floor, so what he saw with the previous wizard's turn is that he ran up to the edge of the hole and then cast the spell down and moved back about 10 feet. The other wizard is still standing there. He hasn't moved yet.
Okay.
Oh, and make a concentration check for invisibility. Or is that a concentration? What is
It
that
is.
from? Yeah, go do that. Eesh. A 9 will cause you to drop the spell.
Okay.
The bird pops into visibility.
Striggy's gonna fly down the hole so that he's still on this level, but he's 15 feet away, so he can like shoot up the hole into the one that summoned the spell down.
Okay. As he flies down, the closest mage says, "Ah, a scout!" In Infernal.
Yeah. And he'll hold his action to breathe on him when he has that power up.
Can't believe he said,
Okay.
a scout in Infernal.
I know, right? Seems redundant.
You could have just left it be, but
Let's
I
see.
like the,
It is the
Actually, yeah, never mind. I hit the end button. It's all good.
Okay. It is the other mage's turn. So you said Striggy is like just underneath the hole? Sorry, say that again?
Yeah. So he's like essentially against the ceiling.
Oh.
But
Damn
he's
you,
at
ceiling.
an
I will
angle
never
where he can
support you.
see. He's at an angle where he can see like the one that already had its turn shooting the spell down.
Okay, so
But he ideally wants cover from the other ones.
he would have to be like here-ish to
Sure.
see that.
He has 60 feet of.
Because they were to the north of the hole.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so the other mage is going to run up to the hole as well. Have a look down there. Does not. Oh my god. Jeez. Someone play the flute noise. He is going to run up to the edge of the hole. Have a look down there. Not see anybody other than the bird. And he is going to simply cast another firebolt at it.
Miss, 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 miss.
Let me do this.
Oh,
He
that
does
doesn't
roll
look
a
like a miss.
24, which will hit our bird friend.
Pogged. Alright, Striggy's smoted.
Unfortunate. He's smoted. We're gonna pop. The mage will then presumably step back as the rest of you hear a couple more footsteps. And I think that's gonna be his turn. Yeah, that'll be it for him. Zephylos, your turn.
Okay, based on where I was angling Striggy, I can kind of guesstimate, like, where they were, right?
Yeah, you could tell that they were north of where the hole in the ceiling is.
Okay, so, let's see. 10, 20. So if I get here underneath the hole, can I look up and see them?
Let me see. Not quite. Probably if you stood about, like, here, you could, though.
Sure. I'll move there.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the, you can see one of them.
Do these
Just
look
barely,
like?
you can see, like, his head poking up from the hole.
Do these seem like regular humanoids, or do they seem like supernatural beings? I don't have
They
picture
don't-
references.
They don't really, here, I can show a picture, maybe. Here, I'll just uninvisible one of the tokens. He's not actually here, though. That's what, he looks like there.
Here, let me zoom in.
He doesn't look like he's supernatural, but he does look like something's wrong with him.
Hey, that's what I look like too.
I guess that would be the best way to describe it.
Okay, because I
He's
guess
like unnaturally pale.
Hey, that's
but he
me
doesn't
too.
quite have the same figure as like the vampires that you've seen. Like he doesn't have the claws.
because I guess the mental vibe check I'm trying to do is I'm thinking of doing hold person on this guy.
Mm.
Is he a person?
Is
The
he
question
a
many
person?
people
Is
have asked me.
ultimately
You
what
don't
Zeph
have
was.
too much reason to suspect he's not a humanoid.
Okay, this is gonna be the biggest debate.
Yeah, if I
I have no reason to believe he's not, but he's not.
that would kind of be a dick move. Unless I had a
Yeah.
better
It'd be
reason
funny
to say
though.
it
I
just
would
like
give you
that.
plus 10 points for that. I think that'd be an awesome move. Saying
That's
there's
gonna
no
be
reason you
someone's
wouldn't think so.
It's gonna be Dan's favorite. It's
It's
gonna
gonna be
be
my negative favorite.
like completely blue balling me on hold person.
Yeah, letting him
ability to
use
work.
old person and then just being like, nah.
I'll try to bloodbend him into
Okay.
being still.
Okay.
And is this the one who happens to be concentrating on the
you
demon?
don't know.
Okay.
Let me see. I think the only one that witnessed the demon being summoned was Striggy himself, and I don't know that he would have communicated that to you. Or that he would be
Because
able
he
to tell
was,
them apart because they look pretty similar and their faces are covered.
Right, because he was lining up to shoot that one, right?
I can't remember anymore.
Okay.
It's a whiz save, right?
Yes.
Okay. He rolls 13. Is that a
That will
save?
fail.
That's a fail. Okay. You is it stun? What
It's
paralyzed.
paralyzed and incapacitated by extension.
Paralyze. You paralyze that wizard in place. And you hear him kind of go, no,
He is stricken with fear
And
by
then he's silent.
how scary you are.
So do the demons continue to exist?
They do.
Okay, so I got the wrong one.
Oh, does incapacitated
Lose
prevent you from
concentration.
concentrating? Okay.
Yes.
They're still there.
Damn, I got the wrong one.
He must not have been the one.
Okay. I will go to move back up so that I'm like, or actually, I'm trying to think.
How
What's
far
a good?
did you move so far? Wait, did you
10?
take an opportunity attack from this ice fiend by moving away from him?
No, he didn't ask for one. I moved 25, so you can
Okay.
take one.
Yeah, I think he should have gotten one.
Sure, but it'll be before I would have cast the spell, so no concentration check.
Correct. It does hit with a 22.
Okay, I take it.
You take 6 slashing and 3 cold damage.
Damn.
As you feel the cut of his claws, as well as the numbing cold of his magic.
Okay. Then I'll
That
use the
comes
rest.
on screen and just talks about fire and ice for 10 minutes.
So you have 5 feet of movement.
I do. I'll move further away from the hole and try to like make it so it's hard to target me.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah, I would say probably to be targeted by someone up there, you'd have to be like within 5 feet of the hole, and vice versa from the other side. Khan, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage reckless attack the demon in front of me.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna position myself in front of Daishu, and then I'm gonna do it.
Ding.
Actually, sorry, I gave myself. I was in a roll. Let me roll it again. It should have advantage.
Yeah, roll it again. We'll keep the damage roll.
Okay. Probably doesn't matter.
12, not quite.
Well, it's
able to
only
hit.
adding your 3 to hit.
Oh, wait, yeah, what the heck? Why is your proficiency bonus not in there?
I don't know.
What the
I've been doing
heck?
that the whole time. Let me look. Details.
I don't know if a 14 would hit, but that's probably a lot better.
It's the proficient checkbox is not checked on your lance.
Why?
That is weird. Go ahead and check that, and then we'll just keep the rolls, and we'll add the bonus. So you'd have actually rolled a 14, which does hit it for the piercing damage.
I wonder how many times I would have hit. We realize it now.
I feel like we would have noticed.
But we notice it now. Who knows?
We only notice now because it's so close.
Anywho, I'll go back and watch the VODs.
Yeah, go back and watch the 3-hour VODs to find out.
Yeah,
exactly
we're
how
gonna bitch
many.
about it for the
The
next
last
week
one,
too.
if it's not in the last VOD, I mean, I used it in the last VOD.
Yeah, you would have. That's weird.
It probably wasn't going the whole campaign. We just never caught it.
Strange.
Well, good news is we caught it now.
Kind of doubt that we never would have noticed that you only had +3.
Good news, we found the cancer. That's great, doctor. Bad news, you've had it for 8 months.
All right. Is that all?
Yeah, the damage from the first one.
Oh, and did you rage as well?
I rage. It's in chat. Roll up. It does the whole thing.
So you are raging?
It's in chat. Yeah, I did it all in chat just in case you couldn't hear me say it.
Yeah. Okay. So then it's another 2 damage from rage, right?
Yeah, it should be another +2 on the damage of 10.
Okay. I will show you next time. I'll add an effect thing that you can put for the extra damage, which might be helpful.
Cool.
So we'll put it in there. You just have to click like a
That looked like it
checkbox.
did much to him.
Not really, actually.
All right.
It does not seem like you're doing as much damage as you would have hoped.
I'll go ahead and smite then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah.
Get smoked, bitch.
Get smoked.
Is it a fiend so it gets an extra dice?
I don't.
It
know
is
that.
a fiend.
I mean, I don't know that, but I've said that I didn't do a lot of damage, and I want to do more.
You can roll one more d8 because it is a fiend.
Nice.
And bonus damage. Hog.
Okay, another 10 damage. With that hit, you don't kill it, but you do seem to do a pretty decent amount of damage to it.
I'm gonna let out a.
You hurt his
ha-ha.
feelings.
My turn.
Alright, it is a currently unseen creature's turn at the top of the turn order.
I have
Not
my
for
reaction
long.
back again.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, you get it back at the start of your turn.
We're on the same page when he attacks.
So you hear some footsteps coming from the stairs to the south, the small spiral staircase. And let's do a dex save, shall we?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you at advantage. Shall we?
No, I think it's for ball
making-
bearing.
It's for ball bearings.
Yeah.
You you
Wait,
hear
wait,
something.
What if DM was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll get advantage.
You hear the sound of footsteps coming from the spiral staircase over here, followed by a a funny sounding thud immediately afterward. There we go. It does not make any other noises. Like, it doesn't say anything, the creature that's over there. That's gonna be it for that thing.
See, I knew we
Actually-
should have done both staircases.
Following the thud, you hear some slow, very slow footsteps. But you don't see anything emerge from the staircase just yet. Dermo, your turn.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and if I stand here, do I get flanking with Con?
You do, however, you did move into and out of range of this guy.
Oh, is that thing? Oh, wait. Oh, I thought that was the crawling hand. Okay.
Oh, no, yeah, that's the demon now. I deleted the crawling hands token.
There might have
Gotcha.
been enough movement to go 5, 10, 15.
No, because he started in melee right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
He started in melee.
Right. Okay. The same thing. That one's just bloodied. Okay, so instead, I won't have move, knowing that I'm in melee now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
so
it
let's-
hasn't had a turn since the attack of Opmi.
Which one? That one attack of
Hasn't
Optium?
had a turn since it... Oh, it did.
It can only
Yeah,
have one
that's
in
right.
reaction.
That's
so
right.
Is that true?
It
That
doesn't
one?
have its reaction to you, so you can't actually
then
move.
I will undo the undo, and I will redo the undo.
Okay, you can make attacks with flanking from this spot.
Okay, perfect. And I will go ahead and do that then. Does that just give me advantage, or does that increase my thing?
It just gives you +2.
+2. So how do I add +2?
You can just
in a
you can just
situational
roll
bonus.
it. You could just roll it. It's fine. Or actually, I think there is a box to like add it,
Yeah, when
Sometimes.
you
but just let me know whether or not you did.
I typed
yeah,
in
okay.
2.
So
I don't know if
yeah,
that
there's
does anything.
you can add when it
Yeah, that
asks
works.
you
You
if
did
you want to
successfully.
when the
Yeah, I
box
see
comes up that
Yes, I
says do you want to use like advantage, normal, or disadvantage? There's a situational bonus where you can just put +2.
Yes, that's what I
True.
did. That's what I did. I added a
Yeah,
2 to that
that's
number.
why there's an extra +2. So a 19 does hit it for the 5 magical bludgeoning. You give him
Oh
a
yeah, I
good
want to
whack.
bludgeon the shit out of it.
He's still looking kind of okay. He's injured, but
It was a pretty low roll in general, so yeah.
not
it's all right.
quite critical.
And then besides that, using that as a hit counts as a action.
That's your action. Yep. You made an attack.
Right. Yeah, no bonus action, so that will end my turn for now.
Okay.
Alright, I am going to lightning launcher the thing in front of me.
Okay. You do hit it. for some lightning damage.
And it gets pushed 10 feet away from me. Although Dermo's in the way of that, I think.
I guess it depends on which.
I'll just
would it
like
be?
chest bump it back, like we're doing
Yeah.
what's it called, like wrestling.
Yeah.
All right. But the creature there is looking pretty critical now. Let's see. It is one of the mage's turns now. And let's see. What is he gonna do? He is not the one that is being held personed. He is going to look over at... I guess you can't see him, but he says in Infernal, have they got you? Oh no. And then he runs over to the hole, the top of the hole, and Zephylos, at this point, you can see him.
Quick question: do their stalling words in their language sound like ours? Do they say
I mean, it wouldn't be exactly like saying actually, because other languages have other sounds that they use for things like
Yeah. So I'm asking. Do I notice that he's stalling so you couldn't think of the word?
So he will move up, and I guess, wait a minute, hang on. If Zephylos could see him, then he would be able to see Zephylos, right? Oh god, these angles with the hole are just confusing me now. He's gonna actually probably just not go up to the hole. He's gonna wait. You don't hear any noise from this guy just yet.
Okay.
It is an Ice Fiend's turn. He will continue attacking Khan without hesitation. This time using his claws rather than the Icy Breath. Actually, hang on. Recharge roll 2. Okay, yeah, claws. Against Khan. And I was going to roll with advantage, but actually he hit with the first roll. Khan, you take...
Well, shouldn't you still roll in case it's a nat 20?
True. Good point, thank you.
Yeah, the guy who doesn't know how to play.
Oh my god, it was... No, I'm kidding. Khan, you take 5 slashing and 2 cold. But the slashing will be brought down to 2 since you're raging, so you take 4 damage in total.
That's with my rage.
4 damage with your reductions.
Gotcha. And I need to take a quick 5-minute. My stomach is going crazy.
Okay. Do you guys want to just end around here? Because we're actually pretty much out of time. I'm mostly asking Shab because...
Now that you say it that way, I don't want to.
He may or may not have just left the computer.
He said he's good to keep playing.
Okay. We can go for... I think when we hit 10, I do want to start our 3 favorites, because I don't want to go too late. But we will go until then, I guess. Okay, that was the Ice Fiend's turn. It is a different unseen creature's turn again. Let me see where he's at. Switching maps is fun.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see. Dex save. Alright, wow, he's good at this. Okay, so he's gonna go 15, 25, 35, 45, okay. And then now he's on the actual map. Unhide him. And then that's the 50, Did you have 60? Okay. A weird creature comes running down the stairs. He did not fall from the ball bearings. It looks to be a strange skeleton that is surrounded by a ghostly reddish sort of hue with glowy green eyes. He is moving at full speed and makes it to just there before Ice Fiend number 2 takes his turn. Do recharge roll. Nope. So he is going to move toward the nearest enemy, which is Dermo, and attack him with his claws.
Okay.
It will miss with just a 13. Striggy died, which means it is the paralyzed mage's turn. He can repeat the whiz save, right? At the end of his turn. Danny's muted, but I'm going to assume he said yes.
Yes, it's the end of the turn.
Okay. He fails. He's still paralyzed. His turn ends. Zephylos, your turn.
Zephylos is going to try something.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to come up to the hole, and at the paralyzed one, he's going to shoot an ice knife and hope that there's more unseen things adjacent to get that sweet, sweet AoE.
Ooh. Okay. Go ahead.
And this will have advantage because he's paralyzed.
Correct. I love how that has like a projectile noise and then like an explodey noise. Oh, he got a nat 20. Let's go.
Oh.
That is 11 piercing damage. Do we double the cold explosion too?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, I would guess not. But it's
It'll
still
just
cool.
be 8 cold damage.
Let's see. So let me mark the damage.
Actually, 19 damage from a level 1 spell. That's not bad.
11. And does paralyze auto fail dex or disadvantage dex?
Well, it's
saves?
con, so no effect.
Oh, it's con. Okay. I'll do the con saves for each of them.
If it was dex, it'd be autofail.
Right. Does 13 pass for you?
It's a fail. Take 8 more cold.
13's a fail. Okay, so he takes another 8 cold. And then the other guy, you don't know whether or not he was in range. But you didn't hear a second guy go, ah! So,
So there probably wasn't anyone, or he's made of sterner steel than any of us.
either or.
I'll use my movement to get away from the hole. I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Because
Okay.
he's stainless steel. You can't stain him.
Don't want to be near that hole.
I don't want to be targetable, ideally. Like, unless this
wanna be
guy
an
is
American
dropping
idiot.
down. And I'll yell to Deishu before I move. I'll say, I have one at the edge if you want to pull him down to join us.
Ooh.
You know what? He turns to his friend and he says, "Don't push me because I'm close to the edge."
That's my turn.
Ooh, do I have to come up with the height of the floors now?
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
I probably do. You can end turn.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Let's see. I'm gonna guess that Shab is not back yet.
You guys are talking.
Oh, so okay. It is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna classics here. And I am going to attack this dude again.
Okay. He is looking pretty bad. You got a good chance here.
Yeah, I'm attack him recklessly. And send it.
16 will hit. Just 4 damage though.
Did that include the proficiency bonus?
Yeah, that one.
It did actually this time.
Oh,
3
then
plus 2.
Does that include the flanking bonus then? I guess it still hits.
No.
You, right?
No, it did not include the flanking bonus, but it still hits.
Still hit. It wouldn't be a ping. So yeah, 4 damage. Then
Give him a little poke. Not quite as effective as he would have wanted.
I am going bonus action
Okay. You want to shove him onto the ground, or do you want to
Good question.
push him?
I think Khan would just push him. Ideally, the best I would want to shove him to the ground, but I think Khan would push him.
Okay. Well, which way do you want to push him? Because from
Against the
here,
I wanna
against the
stagger
wall.
him against the wall, ideally, in a real scenario.
Okay. All right. Sure. Go ahead and make the athletics. And you get advantage on it because you're raging.
Yeah, I was making sure.
Hmm,
Wow, that
unlucky.
all did it. Wow.
He manages to slip away from your shoving and keeps his place.
Yeah, you can't bully him.
He's too small and agile for you at the moment.
I'll end my turn.
Alright. I do want to go over to 3 favorites now. We are just past 10 p.m., so we can start to wrap up.
And we're at the top of the order, right?
And we are conveniently at the top of the order, which I like to end at, because why not?
I'll go first. So something that Khan did that I think I enjoyed was obviously I really want the Jumal, fucking great, but like Khan, it didn't matter. It's not a deal breaker. It's not a thing that's gonna keep him. Something that I think the party did collectively, I think I like the effort from Zephylos and Dermo to just try to make that last kind of reach out, like, I want to see us all work together and like be the best we can be, and like, try to do that, like the party would do that. Something that I think that like the DM did was the shouting and infernal. I thought that I always like that when things are yelling at each other before combat or amidst combat in languages that the whole party doesn't understand. I think that a slight critique on that favorite thing would be to use the in Foundry language thing and type it in chat so that it pops up and then those with infernal could hear it, and then they could use a bonus action to relay the information, and that way it doesn't feel wasted if everyone knows, like I like to add flavor. They're sending something down, like that would be fun to me.
That might be cool.
You said it was a beast they summoned, like then that's something some of the party might not have known, and then it feels like my bonus action, if I had nothing else to do, would be useful.
If I did do that, I probably wouldn't make it a bonus action.
Yeah.
Typically, like the exchange of like a moderate or a single moderate or short sentence on your turn, you could just do for free. That's fine.
See, okay, so
but
you can only
I
do
do
it
like
once.
that idea.
You share the information, but you can't say anything else. You say all that, and then you have to shut up.
I usually just go by what the content matters. Like if it's something that's informational that helps strategically in the combat, I make it a bonus action. It's like flavor.
That's fair.
It's always free as long as it takes a couple seconds to say.
Because
it's like you're doing that while you're doing your action. It's a verbal, as long as your action doesn't have a verbal component, it could take the whole turn, right?
Fair.
The 6 seconds is what you're doing. Because like we get caught up in the combat order, like this happens and this, it's all happening at once. All that the mission tells you is just what's happening slightly before the rest of the things are happening. So I could be yelling this the whole time it's my turn. Everyone else could be yelling something, and then in all the yelling, we just don't hear anyone's bonus action yelling. You know what I mean? That's happened to me before. But like everyone's got something different they're seeing in the combat, and the DM did a really good job of like only revealing certain, because of where we were. Like you would see this, you would see that, and you're like, oh, I want to tell them, that's going to be helpful. And then like we just were all yelling over each other. No one got any information. But anyways, that's my highlights. I'm going to walk this pup. Good session. I got to be up early in the morning for a physical, so I will say goodnight to you guys, and I'll catch highlights on the
Try not to enjoy your physical too much.
Like,
sure.
Yeah, right.
See you later.
See you guys.
I'll go next. Something that one of you guys did I liked. I feel like Dan did like is doing like some big brain like angles and stuff with trying to deal with the mages in as best a way you can with this weird obstacle in the way, and so I've been enjoying that. Something that I did, I liked describing the thing with the stars at the beginning with
Yeah,
Dermo.
absolutely.
I just like thought of that at the end of the session when we were talking about like maybe I'll just make it do a thing, and then I came up with that idea then, and I just went in and mostly just improvised it, but I did it here and I liked how I did it. And that was
Improvisation is awesome always.
yeah. So I liked that moment for myself, and then something you guys did together. I liked the way that you guys tried to kind of investigate the weird barrier thing a little bit together. Khan and by extension Daisho just kind of being standoffish. Dermo being like, well, maybe if I throw this plant at it, and then Zephylos doing some spells and stuff. Every character
the two
doing their
more
character
inquisitive
thing.
of the group looking into something, and then the two less inquisitive
Right.
not. It's just exactly on rate.
I feel like they're just like so done with all this nonsense.
I would be too. They're definitely like the realists of the entire thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
nah, fuck magic,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
all this. I'm ready to be,
Yeah.
just pay
This
me.
is perhaps not a quest that is
They're the
super
guys who worked
compatible
at the
with what
company
they
for like
wanted to
15
do.
years and are just done with the bullshit. They're like, I'm not going to show up at that meeting. It's not required.
All right, that's it for me. Who's
Okay,
next?
I'll go. Favorite thing I did. I liked sassing the Garajos. When like for the last couple of sessions I've been trying to like damage control. At this point, Zephylos is like, fuck it. You know what? I said my apologies. If you guys want to just stomp around and whine, that's fine, but I got a job to do. So at one point just giving them a sass back was nice.
At some raids, it's going to turn into an actual like argument somehow. It's going to start off as just like in-game arguments, and sooner or later, it's like you're actually going to be like, no, fuck you.
I think we're all a little too
seriously doubt
level-headed
it.
for that.
Yeah, we're all extremely mellow. I don't foresee it.
I see it only because I like it. I want to see a fist fight. I'll get my camera out.
All right, hog. Something someone else did. Honestly, again, shout out to Shab for freaking getting like 5 bags of ball bearings for whatever reason when selecting character creation. I've never seen them used to such extent, but we've actually barricaded off both entrances, and I think we're supposed to be attacked last turn, but all this difficult terrain, like, made like the Anku and like difficult to arrive.
I never really gave them like much serious thought, but when we're doing encounters like this where it's like an ambush sort of setting, or where you want to be slowing the advance of reinforcements, which is what actually, I don't know if you guys foresaw that, but it's kind of what ended up happening. It turned out to be really effective here.
Yeah, because that extra few turns where we're not being slapped is going to extend our lifeline enough to hopefully out DPS them.
You guys know that this guy's coming, and there's something else coming. Maybe it's another one of this. Maybe it's something else. And they were definitely slowed by the bearings.
Yeah.
On the stairs.
As for the GM, I like this dynamic combat here. Like, you gave us the opportunity to attack through the ceiling, so it's weird. We're fighting on 2 different fronts. We have the people who are actually adjacent, and like then there's the spell slingers off to the side shooting through holes back and forth. Like, it's pretty cool.
I also, this wasn't entirely intentional, but I also liked the way that I had the one hand in here, which I didn't even think of it beforehand, but it ended up being kind of like almost a trap. In that if you were to just openly attack it, whatever, then you would have attracted the attention of the mages pretty quickly. But you guys went way out of your way to do it as quietly as possible, and so you had a better chance of getting the jump on them. And I didn't even do that on purpose. It just is a thing that happened to work out that way. But that was pretty neat.
So yeah, cool session. I had a lot of fun.
For now.
I do have to head out
Next
though, so
lad.
thank you guys very much.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the only one left, right?
Yeah.
Zach hasn't gone yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
50-50, whichever one you want to do on it, rush either way.
I can go. It took me a long ass time to figure out something for myself.
The quiet character.
Yeah. I did so many things, not speaking for 20, 30 minutes at a time.
Oh, the cup holder comment.
That was out of game, though. That doesn't count. Dice Show didn't say that. That was that was probably my favorite thing overall, but that's not that doesn't count. Favorite thing that another player did was I don't think it was one particular player. It was kind of a group effort of luring the hand out, because that could have really, really messed us up if we had just been like, yeah, murder hobo, go die. So that was really clever, and gave us an opportunity to set up this ambush for this current encounter. My favorite thing.
Great playing smart.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My favorite thing that the GM did, and I don't know if this was already there in a previous session or not, but I appreciated the bob on the outside of the tower.
I saw that. Yeah, it was adorable.
Yeah,
that
was there from last week.
Okay, I missed my last week, so you know.
I think that's gonna be my plan. Is not really involve him in anything, but just kind of place him on certain maps.
He's our spirit creature, you know what I mean?
He'll just be there.
It was a little detail, and I appreciated that little detail. And I wish I'd thought of it, but the level design and this dynamic combat is great. I love it.
I kind of just randomly put this hole in the ground here, but it ended up being really, really interesting with the mages being right on the other side of it.
Definitely. It's had a lot of depth to this whole scenario. My favorite thing that I did is kind of semi-subtly coaxing Khan to go along with things.
Yeah, not being way too on board, but being just a little like, hey, maybe we can.
Yeah, this might actually help our goal. I don't like it.
Just enough to get him to think that he's like making the idea almost.
Yeah. So those are my 3 things.
Cool. August.
All right. Favorite thing DM does. I actually really appreciate how this combat is laid out. You have enemies coming from almost every direction, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. It's not like a circle in case it's more like maybe, yeah, but I always like that. Instead of just having it almost be like a firing line where like 4 enemies walk towards us, you know. I love that, especially in here with all the walls and stuff. It really does feel like you never know which way an enemy may be coming from. These staircases, we have 2 staircases that literally could just be, you know, entire entry points for enemies to attack us, things like that. Like, you have to be more careful. You can't just, like we said, like attack this hand over here and not think about the repercussions in a 3D environment. I
do kind of like the confusing nature that this map kind of ended up having.
Yeah.
Because we had a couple of moments where I was like, well, where does this staircase go? I don't know. Do we want to go up it and peek? I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely lends itself to the not metagaming portion of it where we actually don't know the answer to
you literally don't know where they would have come down.
Yeah, so that part definitely I appreciate in a lot of ways. And then, you know, favorite thing another player did is it's weird because like it's not that I like it, but I'm appreciating like that they're still angry at each other. It's not like a generic like movie scene where like they say sorry and they're immediately like cool with it. You know, it's like, sorry, I killed your cat, and then they're just like getting burgers afterward. You know, they're actually still holding resentment, which is what people do. I mean, even if you don't realize it, even if you're not past or perceptive to it, you're going to have some underlying resentment sometimes.
Yeah.
And I like that it's not just water under the bridge. It's actually something that bothered him, and that they are having that moment of like, is this even worth it?
So
I do
I know
appreciate
that we're missing 2 people already, but I'm gonna put this guy on the map, but I put this plus 20 feet and the drop shadow to indicate
that
that
makes
he's
it
on
easy.
the above floor.
Okay,
Much better.
very cool.
Because he is only visible, however, from like over here-ish, like right next to the hole,
Yeah,
because of the angle.
that makes sense.
But
Yeah,
he's
we'll
there.
just make sure to explain that.
Yeah,
next week,
we'll explain
verify.
that to the other guys.
But yeah, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that it's not just this Disney movie like, hey, I was mad at you, never mind, kind of situation. Like, it's actually something that we're
believe in
gonna
the
probably have
power
to.
of friendship.
Yeah, it's something we're gonna probably have to walk through. You know, earn each other's trust and like normal real life stuff, not just. You
Also,
know, hey, we're on this traveling thing together. I almost killed you. Get over it.
next week, August, can we expect a starry form?
I haven't really had
seems
a
like a
huge chance to yet.
that could be a good opportunity here.
Yeah, I haven't had a huge chance to yet. I'm assuming at this point right here, now that there's more enemies appearing, is when I'm probably gonna have to drop it because there was only the
Yeah.
one hand so far. But
Probably like Chalice would be good here.
Chalice is
Unless
the
you
one
can,
that
unless you
gives,
can break away to get some range, and then I would probably do the archer one.
that gives a plus damage to range attacks only, or is it just in
No,
general?
Chalice is, it gives you extra healing when you cast a healing spell. I
Yeah,
think.
I'm talking about the arrow.
Oh, archer lets you do a bonus action ranged attack with the radiant damage.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, because I was waiting for a good time, but we only really fought one enemy, and I didn't want
Yeah.
to waste on something like that.
Yeah, I would
but
definitely.
now that I'm getting surrounded, I definitely will feel
Yeah,
the need to
you
have it
should
happen.
definitely pop one within the next 1 to 2 turns.
I think my next turn realistically is where I would do it. 'Cause having that anchor
Yeah.
coming up, having
Yeah,
being surrounded by 3
with
things.
more of these guys coming in, I would probably either pop Chalice or try to break away from these ice fiends and use archer, like right
Yeah,
away.
I'm gonna have to heal our suicide wizard some more.
And don't forget, you have lots of those. I think you have a few of those free casts of Guiding Bolt, which are really awesome to just liberally just sling them out.
Yeah, I think right now I get 2, and then if we level up, I get a year.
Okay.
I'm not super sure, but yeah, no, I do plan to use it. It just, I haven't had a time where I feel comfortable. I don't want to waste it, but at the same time, I don't want to be too protective.
I'm gonna be honest. This is a hard fight here.
Okay.
This is a hard fight.
Oh, absolutely. I think my next turn will definitely be like, all right, holy shit, we're a little bit in deep. Let's.
Thank God you got one of these mages paralyzed right now.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
Mages are definitely a.
So they're very strong. They're strong.
So with all that, my favorite thing that I did is I kind of like that I've somehow become the emissary of peace. As a druid, it kind of makes complete sense, but also
true Gothixian.
Well, yeah, but I don't even know who Gothic is. Yeah, so I'm playing the devil's advocate on both sides, playing the like, hey, now let's put the boxing gloves away, let's try and chill out, while also obviously still having a almost loyalty to Zephylos in a way, like still having a underlying bias towards him.
You're certainly closer to him than the other two.
Well, and there's also my backstory thing of him being a wizard and me kind of like wanting to have him fix my shit. So like, hey, he's a wizard. He must know other wizards. I need to get on his good side so I can benefit from his wizard. So I think that'll play a part too. And if he later on decides, hey, I'm not helping you with what you want. After I help him, that'll probably create some interesting dynamics too. But yeah, I just kind of like being the peacemaker that also has no fucking idea what he's doing.
All right. I'm gonna get going right away.
Sounds good.
Yeah, go
Thank
get
you
on
for
that
the
Mario
game.
Kart before you miss out on
Yeah,
it, dude. It sounds like they're having
I-
a good time.
It does sound like they're having a good time.
You get there
So-
and no one laughs for like 30 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
oh.
they're gonna be silent when I get down there after.
You
3
get down there
hours.
and they're like,
Alright.
oh, I guess we don't
Okay.
have to play
I'm gonna
anymore.
go to end screen. See you guys next week. Good session.